Yo, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Rideshare Garage. I am in deep flood waters. We got sharks swimming around the streets of Miami and Fort Lauderdale today. I'm just saying. I don't know if Omar's going to make it. I think he said he's got a little water leak sprung in his roof. We just got hammered the last 3 days with rain. So no Noah's Ark, but we got sharks. Probably some gators. Anyway, welcome to the Rideshare Garage. I got Mr. Eddie, Mr. Driving in Style Uno, because it's not driving in style, it's driving in style Uno.
Because some guy with cows took my name.
Yeah.
Do you believe it?
It's true, bro. He's got somebody with a goddamn cow channel.
That owns a cow.
The driving in style name. That's insanity, bro.
What's he driving in style? Like the bull?
Hey, he might be the bull, you know. And then we got my man Steven. I'm hoping when he gets home, he's got something waiting for him because we've been catching hell. I never realized how frustrating it could be to send a package from Fort Lauderdale to Van Nuys, California. Like it's taken almost 3 weeks. I hope it's worth it, brother.
Damn,
I believe it will be.
UPS, bro. UPS. I will never ship a damn thing again through UPS. Next time I'm just gonna hop in the car and drive it myself. I think there should be enough superchargers between here and LA to get me there.
Oh, 100%. But I usually always send my packages one for the price, but then in the flat rate shipping, the it used to be 3 days, but the 3 to 5 day shipping, I usually send my packages through USPS. So, which you can get what you get. But usually the tracking is nice, is cheap on the flat rate shipping and everything, so it's nice.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what. I guess I want to get the elephant out of the room now. Let's get it done with. I put out the video this morning. It is now no longer a secret. Next Tuesday, I am scheduled at 4 p.m. to pick up that Tesla Model 3.
What color?
And I don't know, whatever they got, I guess. I don't want no white one. I don't want no white one, bro. And I don't want no blue one. I don't want no red one. So it's either going to be black, gray, or I'm staying in the caddy.
The gray one is the best. You can't really tell the when it comes to like scratches and dirty and all that stuff. It kind of it's like a mid color.
Kyle's
the red one.
We Zoom is already in the room talking about Vinny. Don't be a racist.
Yeah, you gotta cool
I figure. I figure if I don't take a red, a white, or a blue, I knock out all the political issues in the world, and I can just drive me a nice. I can live in that gray zone. Did you guys ever hear that joke from George Carlin? You guys know George Carlin, the comedian? He's passed away years ago. If y'all are out there in the interwebs and y'all know who George Carlin is, look him up on his race relations joke. He said the easiest way to end racism is for everybody to screw everybody, and we'll all be great at the end of the day.
Yes, I saw that one. He's like, I don't know how to get rid of racism. Choice. If everybody does everybody, okay, and we all come out all one color,
racism's done. There it is. End it.
And I was like, you know what? That's not a bad idea.
So no, I don't want red.
That's not true because they had an episode on Rick and Morty. Over.
Listen, bro. Listen. What up, everybody in the chat? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the Rideshare Garage. We're already talking noise to start the day off. Well, like I said, next week, and see now, WeZoom doesn't understand this, bro. Like Eddie got me interested in the Tesla, right? And then Steven got me interested in the Tesla. And I kept holding off because I was still doing really good money down here in the caddy. But you know, with things starting to slow down, and not just in rideshare, but just across the economy itself, you know, I think now is the right time to go ahead and drop down a couple of platforms and put XL to sleep for the week. During the week, though, I'm only doing it during the week. Monday through Friday is the only day I'm going to run the Tesla. Saturdays and Sundays, I'm running Bumblebee. That's just the way it is because that's my rump shaker. That's my money maker. But Zoom, Mr. Kyle's interview with Sergio a couple of weeks ago, like between Eddie, Steven, and Kyle. Listen, bro, if I don't do it, I'm going to regret myself in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to find out. You're going to find out. Just remember where in the car you got to touch it on the screen. This way, you know how to go fast and slow. Your clients are going to get whiplash.
Hey,
20-30 rule. Number one, 20-30 rule.
Yeah, but Fritz is saying, Vinny, don't do it. Charging cost has gone through the roof. Yeah, but my buddy, Commuter Branch Line, all the way from Ireland. My man from Ireland's hooking me up with a month of free supercharger. So it's going to work right in the time frame I need it to work.
Wait, hold on. How is Commuter Branch hooking you up with a month of free of supercharging?
Because he told me, he made a comment on the video. He said, Vinny, hit me up. I'll send you my code. And I had heard about this for a while. There's a company. I don't know how the referral program works, but if you refer somebody out, they get a month's free supercharging, and I get a month's free supercharging.
You know how much savings that is? Commuter, what the hell, bro?
I thought that was only for purchases.
No.
That was the referral. That's the referral. And I actually, some people bought Tesla.
The referral for purchase.
Tesla stopped the referral program.
For purchases.
It pays to know people.
Damage.
Oh, no, you're going to have emotional damage because I'm not going to pay for any supercharging for at least a month.
Yeah. Does that mean that if you turn your car in after the month
what's
and
the
get a new
incentive
one,
for them
you
to give
can
it?
use a different a new code?
I have no idea. We'll cross.
Damn.
Let me get.
Well, you know what? Then commuter gets a free month every time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was thinking about going rental. I was thinking of doing the little pivot that we're all talking about, which I always wanted to basically rent my truck out on Turo and then drive Uber on the Tesla.
Yeah, but you know what? Right now, Eddie, it kind of seems with you where you're at. Like Andrew's like, are you doing the Hertz rental scheme, Vinny? Sorry, just tuned in. Does not work with a rental. The charge automatically goes to Hertz rental when using. No, Eddie, I can charge on my own card, right? I don't have to go through Hertz for the charge, do I?
Does that box look familiar, Vinny?
Only if you charge at your house.
Huh?
So what happens? What he's trying to say is that Hertz takes your credit card, right, and they charge you every week for the rental, and you pay your full amount at the end of the month.
Right.
So when you charge your car, then that all goes into your account. Yeah.
So you're saying the rental, the supercharger is not going to do nothing for me?
Yeah. No.
Not at a Tesla station.
Wait. You see the eyes?
Hey,
Eddie's got to work around.
No. Well, yeah, it's there is
Eddie's got to work around.
There is no way around it because you're technically not the owner of the Tesla, and your name has to be on the account. So what happens with Tesla is that your credit card is on the Tesla account. So when you go to the charge, it automatically deducts from your credit card. So that's how it is. You know, you just plug it in and boom, everything gets done automatically.
Yeah, but I had a guy down here, right, that went and got about 3 months ago. Oh, by the way, hold on, wait a minute, one second. Steve, he just took off.
No,
the package arrived.
Yeah.
You got the package. Let me see it. You got the package. See? I am a man of my goddamn word.
What the hell was in the package?
I sent Mr. Steven
a baby.
An Nvidia 2060 Super GPU graphics card in perfectly good working condition.
Is that the one that was crashing before?
And mine ain't ever crashed. So bite your tongue and slap your face. My shit always works. Oh my God, this mofo. We're all over the place already today in the garage. When we get to the rideshare, hey Steven, bro, I'm glad it got there. No,
thank you. I'm about to install it right now.
Hey, well, go do your thing. Me and Eddie gonna chop it up. Oh, you're on your phone, so you could.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a. So if anybody ever wanted to learn how to change a graphics card in a computer on your desktop to your CPU, we have Mr. IT in the house. Mr. IT will teach you how to pull that. Right? Hey, you helped Jeff out, right?
You just unplug it, and then you plug
Pop
it.
it out. Yeah, you pop
That's
it
it.
out. Pop it in.
There's a few steps before that, just because you don't want to destroy any of the components inside the computer. But yeah,
All right. Well, I don't want to
pop it in, pop it out.
You know what?
Let me
You know,
know
I don't know, because then if he plugs it in and he's live and the damn thing goes on fire.
All right. So
That would be hilarious.
my buddy who had the Tesla down here was able to use that referral program. I don't know how he did it, but he was able to use the referral program. So if you guys are saying that it's still got to go through Hertz, that's fine. I don't have a problem paying for the charging because that's part of it. That's a part of doing business.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, listen, and at the end of the day, bro, it's all 100% write-off. So what am I really losing? You know what I mean? So we're going to find out, y'all. That's the deal. That's where we're at. That's the deal. And for all those welcoming me to the Tessie gang,
this is Sparta!
All right. So Eddie, there was something you wanted to bring up tonight.
Yeah, so this is a Jeff Bezos. Now, I did read the article, and okay, so let me bring this up. And this is about the auto taxi. And now this auto taxi, he just tweeted this, last week when they granted our permission to permit our robo taxi autonomously on public roads this weekend. We hit the road. If the market for the first time in history that we purpose-built robo taxi with no manual controls. Drove autonomously on open public roads. Yeah. The thing that he forgot to mention that if you go ahead and you read the article, that is in a controlled environment. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. And if you read deep into the article, it has to do more about basically they're gonna test it out with their employees first. And their employees gonna use it to basically get back and forth from work, short trips. But again, it's a controlled environment. Now, I do have robo taxi Hyundai's. They're gonna hit the streets in 2023 from 2023 on, but I don't know exactly what they're gonna be doing in this. It says right here that the headquarters is in Boston. I don't really think these taxis are going to affect us that much because we tend to drive faster to our destination than these things. So,
San Francisco, and I know Sergio, and Sergio, if you listen, I sent you the link, bro. So don't tell me I didn't send you the link tonight, bro. I send you the link every week. Anyway. And while we're doing it, I'm going through all the comments, catching everybody up. They're going to do a story on it. You've already gotten in San Francisco, Waymo and Cruise, self-driving cars. They're just waiting to get the permission.
Yeah. Because it just has to be autonomous 5, but I don't even know anything really deep into the because it's just construction. A homeless guy runs the red, which homeless guys here, they wait for the red light. I'm sorry, they wait for the green light and then they cross the street on a green light. They'll sit there and they'll wait for the, it's like, so like those type of obstacles, what's going to happen. We do have our deliveries. They're using these deliveries, little cars and stuff, but they kind of suck because you have a guy with a scooter following behind them to make sure the car goes in the right direction and stuff. I don't get it. But I'm not worried. I don't think anything soon is going to be happening.
Well, I've been, since I've been looking at, since I'm on this Tesla kick.
Oh, you see what Mushafi said? Yeah, listen, this is a big deal.
Hold on. Can I catch up?
They're going to get it. They're going to get in it and they're going to sleep. I'm telling you. Watch.
Okay, can I go back to where I was? You just like cut.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good, bro. You're good.
Where's my screwdriver?
So since I've been on this Tesla kick, I've been seeing all these videos with all these guys that are beta testers for the self-driving Teslas. Bro, that car is a lot closer than people give it credit for to being ready to go full service. I mean, it's probably about 4 years away, but it's not 10 years away. We're only in 23. I'm almost willing to say Tesla will be pretty damn good, like 98% by like 2026, 27. Oh man. Hey Thomas, what's going on, buddy? I see you. Happy Easter to everybody out there. Happy Passover, whichever way you go. All right. He's gonna have to pay you, bro. Are you doing the Hertz rental? Yeah, it's gonna be the Hertz rental. We already got Fritz in their rental program. You see, and this is what I like. Yeah, it is. It's too expensive. And I say that in my video.
Yeah.
I know it's too expensive. But I'm never going to know if I don't try. And before I go drop 35K, 40K on a car, hey, I got to make sure I like the damn thing. That's number one. And number two, I got to make sure I can make my money with it.
So let me ask you.
Sure. Fire away. Go for it.
Okay, so you're testing it, and are you considering getting the Model 3? Or are you considering getting the Model Y?
No. I'd get the Model Y.
Okay, I was yeah, and it's a complete. In my personal opinion, it's a completely different driving experience. I'm in the Model 3 now, and every time I get in the car, almost it's like, man, I wish I was in my Y.
Well, I'm going to go through Hertz. This is the least path of resistance to get where I'm trying to go. And so I appreciate everybody's comments on it. Good, bad, indifferent. I think it's all good. And we're going to figure this thing out, bro.
And by the way, look, I found that article about the robo taxis for Tesla. And this is Elon's take on it now. It's far-fetched, but look, he says right here, Tesla is developing a great solution for self-driving. Musk said, if you create a sort of a randomly generated alternate Earth, our system will still work. So I do not know how far he is with this.
Can we get rid of the guy shooting the gun so we don't get banned?
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
He's like right on the
Thank
screen.
you. I'm trying to keep us monetized for these couple pennies we make on
But this is supposedly they're there. Supposedly
okay.
Tesla is there. But I'm not exactly sure where they're gonna when they're gonna come out with it.
Okay.
Because it's in the system. It's just an update.
Yeah. That's all it ever is in the Teslas. And that's the other reason why I like the Teslas versus everybody else. Because Tesla is so far ahead of the game when it comes to EVs. Now, I know Rivian looks sexy, and I know, the Lucid is a beautiful car, bro.
It looks more rugged. Yes.
I've dropped so many people off for that Lucid. Yeah, I've done drop-offs at the Lucid when people are taking delivery. Bro, that car is beautiful. But practicality, going into this recession that we're in, I'm going to stick with what works, bro. Okay, so Dom's saying the only way you get free charging is if you go to EVgo. Okay, so I know the supercharger is like 30 minutes. I don't know how much longer it takes the EVgo to charge up, but the EVgo is actually closer to my house than the nearest.
It depends on what kilowatt speed the charger is that you go to. So depending on which, so it's the same thing happens with Tesla chargers. You can go to Tesla charging stations that are at 75, but you want to find the ones that are 250, and then most likely you'll be charging at about 170.
Yeah, correct. Oh, and you can set those particular chargers on the Tesla map as your favorites.
So how much longer does it take to charge up at an EVgo than it does to a supercharger?
If you go to an EVgo that has 250, it'll charge at the same speed.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But not all, but be aware, not all EVgos work the same, because some EVgos are 250, but they don't charge at 250. They charge.
All right, so we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Not a perfect system that they have.
We'll figure it out. Joseph Richardson, can I buy you a cup of coffee? If you're in South Florida, yeah, we can probably hook it up. I would never oppose a cup of coffee. I have 1 cup a day though, so it's only in the mornings. But yeah, we'll figure it out. Either way, congrats, brother. Listen, it's Dom. All I'm saying is this is a test, bro. This is a test. This is the only way I'm going to know, because we're getting ready, and this is the other part of it, right? We're getting ready to enter our slow season. Like we got the Tortuga Music Festival here this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Either I'm going to be in that mess, or when the whole crowd goes left, I'm going to go right and get all the other work. And I can do that in the truck, and I'm not getting rid of my truck, bro. Y'all kiss my hind parts. My caddy's in my driveway, bro. It ain't going nowhere. So thank you. Let's see what's going on. Oscar's in the house from Miami. Another man. Hey, for everybody in South Florida, bro, I hope you guys are staying safe out there. I know the surge is through the roof. I was telling Eddie before we started tonight, like this would be a night that bro, it's a $400 or $500 night out there right now. Easy $400 or $500 night. If you started at like 2:00 this afternoon, and I know I was talking with Fun Trader in the Discord about it, I told him like 2:30 it'd start firing up, and it hasn't lit up yet. So there's money out there. Make sure to wash it. That's why I want the gray one. So my man Thomas, he's out of Tampa. Funny you tell me this, Thomas. He says he almost took a ride, 243 ride to Fort Lauderdale tonight. He's got things to do in the morning. My daughter just called me from Tampa. Y'all got Taylor Swift up there, sold out 3 nights at Raymond James Stadium, huh? Tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, bro. So I hope you're going to get some of that money up there. Bro, Eddie, I'm trying to get through these questions, my friend.
Oh, I know. And I'm looking at, the weather in this is Florida. Major flooding hits parts of South Florida as well as weather brings. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, bro. Bro, I got a lake outside my patio. I got a lake.
I was like, who's pouring buckets of water off of your roof?
Bro. You saw that in the Discord.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. That ain't buckets of water. That was rain. Welcome to Miami, man. Welcome to Miami, man. Do you know what I'm saying, man? All right,
here we go. So here's the old one. Time to put in the new one.
Look at him. Y'all getting a free GPU install lesson tonight. Oh man, it's a lot of comments.
Once I get this box open.
We got North Carolina in the house. When you rent a car, obviously the cost of the rental is written off, but do you also track the miles? Do you claim those as well? I'm gonna have to see. Okay, Eddie, you can answer that.
You can't claim those. You can't. It's a rental. It's not your car. You can only claim the mileage if it's a rental. But now, we did the LLC video. If you had an LLC and you can put all these payments on the credit card, all those payments will be deductible on your tax returns. Now, I don't know if you can deduct the full. I'm going to assume yes. If it's under your personal name, you can deduct the full amount because you still need to rent at the car for you to be able to use it for Uber. So right. I'm thinking you still can. The only good benefit to that is for me on the LLC, I put it on a credit card. Credit card pays for it. I pay for the credit card. The whole entire thing becomes a business expense, and I get money back.
Well, what I'm probably going to do is run it under my old LLC that I have now. I'll run it under that card, and then and we'll go from there. And then when I get the other one switched up, we'll switch the credit card over. But like I said, right now I'm only looking at a month on tap. I'm not looking any further down the road yet. Let's get the first day, the first week, and get everything going. Yeah, that's the wrong box, but it's the right units.
You know, hey, if it's accidentally in here, I can't give it back.
So I'm trying to get everybody's what's up in there. Driving to Wealth, I still love that name, bro. God damn, I want to.
Yeah,
bro. Listen. If you own, what is that? The .com on that, I really, really would discuss buying that from you. I would think about that. Eddie, that would be kind of dope. We Zoom. I'm trying to get through all of these things. And you're the grandfather of Tesla. Oh my God! All right, I think I'm almost caught up. Hold
on. Who's the grandfather of Tesla?
Oh, WeZoom, bro. WeZoom's the daddy when it comes to the Tesla and Uber. There's nobody better. Not even you.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
I see a challenge coming. I need to buy one. You know what?
Yep. I'll take that challenge. But you got to understand something about WeZoom and driving with this Tesla. He's got some bonuses that a lot of people don't have, and he gets them every week.
Yeah, well, lucky him. Now, is WeZoom is that his car? WeZoom is it his car or is
Yes,
it
it's his car. He owns 2 Tesla Model Ys.
He's already paid one off. He bought the first one, paid it off, and then went and got a second one. Now, Eddie, listen to me, Eddie. Don't get slighted here, bro. Don't get slighted. I don't need you to have any
Emotional damage.
I'm just saying, I don't want you getting upset because I know you're. Listen, I've seen your P&Ls. Listen, everybody out there on the interweb, I have seen Eddie's P&Ls, and when I tell you he's verified. That is $100,000 plus man sitting there in front of you.
When I'm saying, man, I don't know. You know, we always Vinny always talks about pivot. You know, always find other means of income. Now, I got other income coming in. It's not that big, but I didn't think that would add up to be so much. You know, and my first year was to break 100. My second year was to be if I can double that and make it 2. I was this close. I missed it by like 20 something grand or something like that, like 22 grand. All right. So that's why we always try to like pivot, start a website, start a YouTube channel, whatever. Get some money from the side, do private rides, anything. But yeah, dude, I even called my CPA to be like, dude, it's like, is this right? Did I make this much? And she was like, yeah.
People don't realize, man, all those little extras that it might come in during the week or the month at like $100, $200, $300, whatever it is. But then when you sit down at the end of the year and you figure out, oh, wait a minute, that $300 a month was, $3,600. What are we talking about? Yeah. And so it all adds up. Unbroken Driver was renting a Model 3 while his Y was being repaired.
So I'm still driving the Model 3 now.
Oh boy, I tell you,
they're hard to let go.
Exactly,
they're very, very hard to let go.
Dom,
I'd be happy to let it go as soon as I can get my Y back.
No, I'm talking about once you go Tesla and then like it's in a shop, and then you want to go ride sharing again. You're like, screw this. I said, I'll pay more for the Tesla. It's just like you can't go back. It's just the feeling is just.
Listen, there's only one thing you can't come back from. There's only one thing in life you can't come back from.
That's how much I like my Tesla. As you can see, I don't talk about the caddy that much.
Yeah,
he really doesn't.
Yeah, but but listen, let me stop you in your tracks there, bro. Let me hold you up there. You're working less hours and making the same money now. You figured it out.
The idea is to stop ride sharing. It's a means to an end. I know.
You ain't got to stop ride sharing because it's in your blood now.
But
you got
it's
the
just
bug,
like,
bro, just like the rest of us.
I worked. Listen, I worked very hard to get my credit up there. I mean, I got accepted for 3 50K loans. I could have bought 3 cars if I wanted to.
Now, you see, you could have bought 3 Teslas. I could have came out to Austin, got one off you, drove it back, and I wouldn't be having to rent through goddamn Hertz.
But the nervousness that I got.
Eddie, you know what? You're in timeout. He's in timeout, bro.
I'm going to have to clean this, but I'm going to put it in now.
All right. There you go. Now you can come back. Let's see. Got to drive a Model X today, bro. That is definitely my next car. Hey, Nick, I don't know if you noticed, but the new ones right now, the new base models are now back under. Bless you.
Sorry. I was just looking that up. Tesla's price drop. They just dropped their prices again.
Yeah. If you take a look at them, right? The Model X's are now under 100K. I just can't see putting out 100K. Because when I bought the XT6, I could have got the brand new Escalade too. But the difference in price was, $65K for the XT6 and $120K for the Escalade. You know what I'm saying? By the way, I want to welcome Sergio into the room. Everybody give it up.
Hello there, Mr. Sergio.
Hello, boys.
Sergio is in the house. Bro, Sergio, you're my hero, bro. You're my hero. You are officially.
This is Sparta!
Okay, it's official, bro. Official. Now, I've always said, I like the way you speak your mind. I like the way you put things together. But, bro, what y'all were talking about last night, which I was hoping you would get into so I can start the topics, because I've been getting congratulated and beat up on because I'm doing the Tesla rental next week as a.
I saw that.
a 1 month. You watch my videos, or you reading in the comments?
No, I watch your videos. I'm a subscriber.
Okay, I'm
I,
going.
I don't watch too much, but I watch yours.
I'm going into timeout. Hold on, I got to go blush. Hold on.
Okay.
Good stuff.
It's not a big deal. I mean, because you're to the point. They're short, and you move on. And I'm like, I just can't watch something that's like 25 minutes. I don't have the time.
He really likes me. He really likes me.
Oh, come on, bro.
Hey, you and me are old enough for that. The other two in here, they ain't old enough for that.
You do realize I've done the Rideshare Garage more than anything else, right?
Brother, I'm telling you, man, you're my hero, and I really enjoy you being here. So, well, then let's get into it. Let's rip it right open right now. So you guys got into it last night. The undercover boss, I guess, is the way that the article came out, but it was talking about how DK went ahead and did some driving.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you and I text back and forth real quick about I wanted to know what was his rating, and if he was in the, well, you said he was in the hills. I wanted to know if he hit the hood at all, if he was in Crenshaw or one of them places deep West LA taking some rides, or if they babied him. That's what I was really curious about, is if they babied him on these rides.
They potentially could have. I mean, look, I think okay. I believe that every individual driver and a passenger has an individual file on a AWS server somewhere on the Uber systems. I can connect this to what you're saying. Look, there was an article yesterday that came out. I said, urge everybody to go read it. The Wall Street Journal article came out with Pretty Garana. That was, I think, more of a PR stunt than anything else. But if I was given the opportunity, I'd probably do the same thing. I'm not going to lie about it. But there was a bigger article that came out that you may have missed, or maybe you didn't. I don't know.
No, you sent me the article. I read it with
with Brian Merchant.
Price discrimination.
Yeah, with Brian Merchant, right.
Yep.
So what happened is that, there's this scholar, labor law scholar in California. Her name is Vina Dubal. She is the leading labor law scholar in the country, pretty much. However, I'm going to try to get her on, because she shined me off on the 28th. She was supposed to come on. But she's getting quoted everywhere now. Her head may be a little too big for me. And I'm saying that I'm still going to try to get her on.
Sergio, come on, put some of that Armenian charm on her. Let's go, bro. We don't want to hear that.
You know what? A lot of these people, when they get quoted a lot, and they just kind of look. She deserves to get quoted. I mean, she has opinions. She has feelings. She has opinions and feelings. They are very far left leaning for my taste, but that's okay. We have room for everybody.
Amen.
The thing with them is that, see, Brian and I are good friends. We've been talking about this for a 3 weeks. What they're both were missing is the data, right? Because what happens is that every time she's quoted somewhere in a big paper, Uber comes and completely destroys her point by saying, we don't do it. Prove it. Well, guess where the proof came in? Remember those? Hey, Steven, what's up, buddy? Remember the tests that we did at Curbivore? That was in LA Times. So we basically proved that there is price discrimination is going on. There is algorithmic wage discrimination going on. And we had done the same thing in Chicago about a month ago with two brothers sitting side by side. And both were getting that. So what happened is that in that article, we actually proved both of their points because they were lacking the data. They didn't have it.
Right.
And in the article, Uber clearly told them, you guys have no idea what you're talking about, but they didn't touch anything that we put in there.
What the hell?
Those two guys shit in California.
Yep.
And so connecting that back to what you asked me, of course there is. price discrimination. There is, fair discrimination on the passenger side and the driver's side. It's easily proven. However, the when it came to DK and him driving, look, we said it yesterday. I mean, look, he took him 5 years. Why did it take him 5 years? Number one, he did not drive, by the way, when there was a driver shortage. He drove September 22. There was no, actually oversaturation was coming in September 22. He did not do the UFD because he figured, well, this is maddening. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm getting paid. He did that because Department of Labor is going to come down on them like, with Thor's hammer.
Right.
So, they're preempting all these things. And then look, I'm going to give this to Derek. He is an amazing public relations personality and a salesman. I mean, he went to Ukraine and he shook hands with all the Uber drivers in Ukraine because their Uber is doing free trips. Look what kind of play that got, right?
Right.
Well, he could have come down to LA and did the handshake with us, and I guarantee you the welcome wouldn't be that welcome in LA.
Yeah, that's right.
Me, he is an amazing salesman. He's an amazing, public relations expert. And look at Lyft, right? They have a couple of, D-bags over there that just quit and put another guy in. Look at the difference. I mean, hey, all I know is, I am pretty sure they they gave him a couple of juicy trips, and they gave him a couple of because of the discrimination that we talked about. It could also be, I believe, it could also be adjusted that his algo was simply put, let's not send this guy into the ghetto in San Francisco.
Well, I'm sure. Listen, I'm sure he had an entourage behind him. So that listen, what was it, Sergio? It was before the pause, right? Before the pause.
Yeah.
Do you remember when he got into a car and he couldn't even drive the damn car? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
But a lot of these newer guys don't remember that when he got into the car, he couldn't figure out how to work the app and he couldn't drive the damn car itself. He was all over the place.
Yeah, I think it was a PR piece, and he took advantage of it, full advantage of it. And I don't blame the guy. I mean, why would I? Honestly, I said it yesterday, I'll say it here. If he really wanted to bridge the gap with what they're doing, they would literally do this every month or every time an app change happens. And we know every time we get a new download, right? I'm not talking terms of service. I'm talking in the app itself. I mean, one a week or so we get, right? When that happens, there is an algo change in there. So why don't, every time that happens, get in your car and drive. Let's see what you got. But to me, doing 100 trips, yes, he probably learned quite a bit, right? He even said it. He was losing sleep over getting a bad rating from a passenger. Mm-hmm. Well, do 20,000 trips. Let's see how that goes with you. He didn't do it for the money. He didn't have the pressure of, paying a car note or paying rent. So, look, man, I'm gonna give him kudos.
Or having to pay for repairs.
Exactly. I'm gonna give him kudos for doing it. It was a good PR piece, and that's it. I mean,
yeah, I'm not saying anything negative about it. I agree. It was definitely a PR move. And he wasn't doing that for the drivers and the delivery drivers. He was doing that for his shareholders.
Well, if you look at it, like since he did that, he discovered all these things. He got tip baited himself, right? He says it. It's in the article. I mean, you guys can go read it.
Yep.
Then he said he hated going over the bridge in morning rush hour to Oakland. Okay, great. All right. Well, Oakland may not be his area. I mean, he'll probably get shot there. So then he said he was really worried how rude the passengers were. I'm like, okay. And
we get deactivated left and right.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I said this yesterday, and I think I texted Vinny because he says you should say it. I go, of course I'm going to say it. Why wouldn't I say it?
And he did, bro. Listen,
and then I said, first of all, he got on the platform with a fake name.
Isn't that breaking his own rules?
He used Dave K.
Yeah, he broke his own rules.
He broke his own rule.
He broke the TOS.
Oh, but if you got the right people, you don't get deactivated.
Well, if you got the right people, first of all, you get on the platform with a fake name.
Yeah. Probably he algorithm.
He's probably driving Lux Black in a Prius.
Yeah.
No, he bought himself a Tesla Model Y, a used one, supposedly. And then he put himself Dave K. I don't know how Checker let that slide either, because he has to go through the background checks.
Yeah. When you're the CEO and you hold the strings, things are going to be skewed your way. I mean, I don't care who you are there.
Yeah, but when you have all these things lining up,
if you don't tell anybody and you go through the process legitimately,
I mean, like, because if Pradika, look, I respect Pradika quite a bit. She's a good friend, and I'm not going to give her shit about it. Again, like I said, I would have done it myself, but I would have squeezed him a little bit more. Okay, so if Pradika knew about these things, because she doesn't drive either, she's a Wall Street Journal Pulitzer Prize winning reporter, whatever. Right. She would have asked, first of all, Dara, how'd you get on the platform with a fictitious name? I don't think you could. Or did you pass a background check, right? All these things. So let's look at these things. Yeah, he complained about 4 or 5 things: ratings, passengers are rude. He's worried about getting a bad rating, or tip baited. He got tip baited. Then he was definitely worried about not knowing where he's going and how much it's going to pay. All these good things. Okay. So one thing he's taking credit for, which let's give him the credit. I know it's not, but let's do that. Is upfront fares. Upfront fares. Okay. So now we know where we're going and we know what we're going to get paid. Great. Okay. Tip baiting is still going on. So why didn't that get fixed? The passenger still has an hour, or the customer still has an hour to take the tip away. Why didn't that get fixed? That's an easy fix, actually. Actually, what DoorDash does now, they don't give the customer an hour to take the tip back like they used to. So if they put the tip in and you finish the trip, your full tip shows up. There is no hour. Uber Eats is the only last mile delivery company that still gives the customer 1 hour to take the tip back. How about this, Dara? How about we do this? How about we compromise? You still give them an hour to add tip on top of the tip that they put in, or if they didn't put a tip, to put a tip. But once you put the tip in, you cannot take it out. It's an easy thing to do.
It is 100%, bro.
Right? I mean, you have quarters. You have 33,000 employees. Just one of the guys can figure this out. The other thing that I mean, all these things. What has changed? Tell me what has changed since he drove.
Nothing yet. No, nothing. Because this was in case y'all don't know, I believe this is last September, right?
Yes. And it wasn't the time, and then the article kind of says that he wanted to figure out why drivers are not driving. I'm like, bro, everybody was driving in September. Now, if you had September of 2021, when on Uber X on Halloween, I grossed $90 an hour, I'm like, then we had a shortage. But I was getting pinged from 6 miles away with the minimum 40 surge. And I go like, okay, I'll take that one, and I'll take this one. I'll take this one.
Right.
So, I mean, that's not the point. The point is there was no shortage when he drove. And there's no shortage now, as we know. So,
well, you can go back and you can look at everybody's quest, like in the Discord group and in the comments in everybody's video. I'm starting to see quests are starting to go back up in a lot of areas.
Yes, they are.
Not here, but not
They're
here.
going lower here.
In LA, they are. In LA, they are. Actually,
that's what I mean.
Yeah. So,
that's what I mean.
But that's good and bad. But look, you can never count on a Quest, guys, because Quest is a variable entity, right?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
It's so. I mean, look, the whole game, this rideshare thing, is so variable, and it's always up to the lords of algorithms, and to me, you get the Quest, if you know what you're doing, if you're half-ass decent driver. For whatever they're presenting you, there is a strategy for it, right? If they give you a high count, high dollar Quest, you got to pound shorties and you do all the things that you need to do with the destination filters or whatever now.
And/or deliveries.
Exactly. Well, no, that's tricky because deliveries, once the algorithm figures out that, it's been a year for me now, because I had those juicy Quests and I applied a couple of weeks of deliveries and then I took their money. They lost their asses. After 2 weeks, the algorithm decided to put me in Quest jail. They didn't send me any Quest whatsoever.
I noticed that they do that to me too. So I haven't been doing the deliveries as often.
Yeah.
I have been
So,
doing them now for
yeah,
the
if you
Quest.
do over like 60% deliveries and 40% rideshare, they're going to cut
No.
you off rideshare Quest.
Yeah.
But then what Steven is right. I mean, or Vinny is right. In LA, the Quests are going up. Like actually 2 weeks in a row now. I have they gave me a Quest for rides and delivery combination. Like I did last weekend, I did 2440. But I only used it for delivery. I was online for 9 hours. I only used Uber Eats. I didn't dirty app with DoorDash or Grubhub. I just wanted to know where I'm going to land with just one app. And so I was on the app for 9 hours, 4.5 hours I was active. So I was cherry picking quite a bit. Not as much as I usually do, but I was maybe like 35% acceptance rate. And in 9 hours, I did 20 trips. I grossed $232, including the Quest. So that's like, that's like, I don't know, $25 online, which is fine. And close to over probably $50, $55 active, which is great. So I'm like, okay. So it still shows, my utilization was pretty low. It was maybe like I said, 37% acceptance, so 40% UR. But look, the Quests are going up for sure.
Well, here for me,
my Quests are going down.
Yeah, my Quest this weekend is I think it's $60 for 50 trips on the low end. But my Quests are never high. They're just never me. They're just never
Florida
high.
is a very tough market, man. Florida is it's been. I mean, where the Quests are going through the roof right now? DC and Chicago. I just had we actually gave this car seat cover to this driver in DC. He did 161 trips on Uber, 37 on Lyft in 1 week. He grossed he grossed 3,600.
Wow.
Holy shit. Yeah. Okay, that's really good.
That's really good. That's on Uber X. Come on, man. Did you ever gross 3,600, Eddie?
No.
Yeah.
No, the only time I ever grossed 3,600 was with that some big giant $1,000 or whatever, because I was driving the Tesla.
Yeah. Well, he had guarantee on Lyft. It was like 35 or 700, I think, which he did shorties and cleaned that up. And he had close to 700 or $800 for the week on Uber, 161 trips. So he hit his Quest on Thursday, hit his Quest on Sunday, and he drove combined together like 70 hours, which is not bad, online hours, because in Washington, D.C., they don't break it down active and online, but I'm sure he was busy. And Chicago drivers are killing it. They're doing well. D.C. is doing well. L.A. Quests are going up, which is good. Well, good and bad. That brings more drivers out.
I see that.
There you go.
Well, that's right now in South Florida. I'm just going to let y'all know $11, $10, $12, $13.
I got that screenshot. Vinny. It's because there is a flood going on.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
I know. I got a lake outside my patio. I know all about it.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. The driver sent me he goes, "What do you think this is?" I go, "I don't know." How do I know?
Yeah, bro.
And then he goes, "There is like a flood, torrential rain going on." I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah, the floods are ripping down here. We had a lot of rain. It'll start for all my South Florida peeps down here, bro. We'll start clearing out tomorrow, so get that money tonight. Because I'm seriously, bro, if that surge is still out there like that, like Fort Lauderdale Airport is shut down right now. It is shut down because it's flooded out, and I have never seen that. The only time I've ever seen Fort Lauderdale Airport shut down is during a hurricane.
Yeah.
When that's it. That's the only time. They've had lightning strike on there, and 30 seconds later, them goddamn planes are out of there,
Yeah, man. So, I don't know. You guys, look, you guys have good weather and this and that, but you also have these things that happen there that I go like hurricanes and shit like that. I'm like,
wait.
I mean, look, I'm not giving you crap. You have also good things happening. So I'm like, you have the UFC happen. That should have been good, right?
That was awesome, bro.
Yeah, you might have to call it client in and get bit by an alligator.
Yeah, man.
No, we got sharks. Sharks are out swimming around in the streets today, bro.
Yeah,
I would hate to see downtown Miami right now. Brickell, it's underwater. I promise you, everything downtown's underwater. Fort Lauderdale, out around Las Olas, all the heavy spots, they're underwater. That surge is for people trying to get back and forth to work, work, from work. That's what all that surge is. Wednesday night. It's the deadest night of the week. But I know Orlando, he's down here. There's a bunch of guys, fund traders down here. You know, we've been talking about it all day. So, all right.
I watched your video, by the way. So I obviously I did to the end. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I watched it all the way to the end. The reason is because I enjoy your company, obviously. But besides that, Lyft sent me 11 for 165 guarantee.
Okay.
And I did that in like 2.5 hours. So I was like, okay, I'll take your money. I have 3 hours. For 165 bucks. I don't mind. And then so I was like doing shorties, and then like I was going to a passenger. I watched first half of it, and then on the second passenger, I watched the other half of it. I'm like,
but that's what I do with you guys' video last night. I was out working last night, and so I watch it. And I know you see me in the comments because all I got to do is say the yellow line over the green line, and I know I got you.
That's the code. Yeah, that's the code.
I know I got you, and I know I got you, and nobody knows what the hell's going on, but I know what's going on.
I know what's going on.
Blood pressure's going up.
No.
Sergio, the driven
I'm under 2 medications now. So no, just but yeah, man. I mean, hey, and I guarantee it. Okay, I'm saying, okay, before it's Thursday, I'm gonna tell you guys, I guarantee Lyft is gonna send me another guarantee for the weekend. I don't even know, but I'll confirm this with you guys when I get it tomorrow. They'll send me a text. It'll be here. This is my guess. It'll be about 25 for 400 guarantee, or maybe 420 guarantee. Okay. All right. I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna do that too. Although I cannot work tomorrow at all, or Friday at all. By the way, I'm in the movies now. They're shooting a movie in my house about a documentary about the gig economy.
Really?
So, yeah. I'm the what do you call that? The
face of gig economy.
Yeah, in the gig economy. Yeah, I'm the leading actor.
Well, listen, I want to show you something from.
Hold on. Sergio.
Yeah.
When you go on stage to get your Oscar,
yeah,
everybody from the garage will be there, so that if Will Smith gets up out the chair, we whoop his ass before he gets there. That's all I'm going to say. Okay.
No, it's a really I wasn't going to do it, but then the director is Tim Hedberg. He has won, I think, an Oscar or an Emmy for some documentary. Okay. So I'm like, I go, I don't know where you guys found me, but I go, it's all good. And then he goes, well, we think you'll do well. I go, I'm not sure. It is what it is. So I'm doing that on Friday. So Lyft, I have to work on Saturday hard. Actually, I can Lyft. I'm telling you that now. I'm going to go to park at USC. I'm going to do 25 trips in less than 4 hours. I guarantee you, Lyft. Because Lyft pays free, for free Lyft shared trips for all USC students. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to go down there and knock out 25 trips in less than 4 hours and take their 400 plus probably. So there you go.
Well, listen, Sergio, everybody respects you and they enjoy it because you're so well researched. It's like you put the time and the effort into it, where a lot of drivers aren't going to get that deep into it, because they've got their world they have to deal with, right? That loaf of bread's got to be on the table when they get home at night to feed the babies, right? Yeah. But you do, man. You do your research, and that's why I enjoy having you here with us. I think you bring validation to us. But, dude, like, you're chill as hell. You know what I mean?
I drive, bro. I drive and deliver. I drive and deliver. I'm just like, I like it. I really like it because, look, I only do it when they show me the money. But they've been shown the money. So I'm like, hey, it works for them. It works for them. I provide, supply to them, obviously. Look, it cuts both ways. But then if you show me stuff like that, I'm gonna do it. Tony says, is it with UDM? No, it's not with UDM. It's a little higher level than that. But yeah, so Friday, you see, I hope I can squeeze that out on Saturday, because Sunday I have to. I was actually, going to Arizona to see Jeff last weekend. not to see Jeff. Not to see Jeff. Sorry. It was my son got invited to play in this massive tournament with another team. So I told him yes. And then all these things came up and I said, we can't go. So my son hates me now for a week at least. And the team won the tournament. It was like, see, you cost me my medal. I'm like, okay, whatever.
So Eddie, you wanted to bring something up to Serge? What did you have for Sergio?
Yeah, so I sent it to Serge on the Twitter, but I don't know if Serge looks at the Twitter.
I love Twitter.
Well,
That's the only social media I'm active on. The rest, I have it, but I don't even pay.
I just because I don't use Twitter, so that's why I don't know if I. But this is a little while ago. It's a buddy of mine, and this is what they sent. It was 328 earnings, but they sent them this. It's gonna take up to 48 hours to complete. Once they completed the 48 hours, they knocked that his earning was 193, and the
you sent me this on Twitter. You DM me with this?
I think.
Or did you just put it on Twitter land?
No. I sent it to you on messages. So
you DM me this. You know what? I didn't get that DM. Oh, hold on a second. What is this now? Okay, 193. Okay.
And it was adjusted. It was a 135.06.
But then the ping came in at 3 something.
Yeah. So this is your earnings. This is what he got once he finished the trip. Was 328. He did accept it as a $150 something trip, whatever. But his earnings came out to be 328 once he finished it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the guy tipped, but it was readjusted.
No, he didn't, because it would be in there. It would be under a box there underneath it saying that your fare went up because he tipped or whatever.
Yeah.
When was this? When was this?
I'm sorry.
When was this? March what? What does it say?
This was hold on. Where is the
March,
date here? March 23rd.
March 23rd. Yeah, because if this was like April, March 31st to April 1st, they had a massive glitch. They took everybody's money back. They double paid the base fare on a lot of trips, eats and rideshare. So they took the money back from everybody, and everybody. I had like 1,000 emails. Look, Uber, take my money. I'm like, I don't know.
Okay, so this is what happened. This is what was going on, probably.
Yeah, but but I don't know. But that looks a little fishier than that, because package. What does it say? Package fare?
Package fare is 150. Yeah, so I think this is what he saw.
It was an hourly.
Oh no, bro, that's a completely different story. That's now we're talking. Okay, all right. Okay, and then
it was adjusted
they paid him fairly at 193.
Yeah. So what is this?
$60 an hour, isn't it, Steven?
Yeah, something like that. I was like,
that's 50. What I had got.
That's left. So
I this is like the least educated area that I'm at. So, but
right.
I know a lot I know about it to be dangerous, but I don't know. I think it's like
I've used it. Yeah, I've taken one hourly, which was way back when I first started Uber Black. So
yeah, at first they overpaid him, then they took it back.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
Right. Yeah, I think it's fair.
Yeah,
I mean.
It sucks seeing that number there, but yeah, at least according to what they were intending to pay him, it looks fair.
Yeah, correct. So
yeah, I think 190 something is fair for 3 hours.
But he could have cashed out the moment he got the 328. But
yes and no. Yes and no. Because sometimes what happens, you guys do realize that they could come to, whatever ATM card or debit card you have attached, they could take the money out of your account. You know that, right? You guys know that?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so you know what? That brings me into something else I want to get into. Sergio, I sent this to you over the other day, I believe, but I want to bring this up, and I want to ask everybody in the comments. Okay, so we look at this ride, right? This was the ride I had the other night, Monday night. It was an Uber XL, 23 miles, 32 minutes. I always try to get $2 a mile. You can see here, right? $52.94 was the ride. So I more than exceeded what I would look for in a ride, right?
Okay.
It's a great ride.
Okay.
Guy gets in the car. It's him and his son. They're down from New York. They were down for Passover weekend. And he says to me, bro, how much are you getting paid for this ride?
Oh,
and I say, excuse me? He says, how much are you getting paid for this ride?
Yeah, he got ripped by 110, right?
Yep, there it is.
Paid 110. What do
Pay
you pay?
113.71.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'm not saying fair for him. I'm just saying that what you got is fair. So and there was no surge on that trip, right?
No, that one I think it had like $5.
Okay.
Nothing.
So what
Nothing
happens
major.
in these? You know what? I'm getting a lot of these now. Actually, I got one from a Chicago driver today. He goes, "That discrimination is bullshit." I go, "Why? What happened?" He goes, "Look at all these screenshots." So literally, I mean, look, this is what happens. This is called a hidden surge. On the back end, you guys do realize that the multiplier is being charged to the passenger, right? The passenger algorithm is run by the old multiplier, and except that you guys have the flat rate sticky, like we all do throughout the country, right?
Right.
So what happens is that when they rip the passenger that good and they sold that trip, the algorithms truly not to, again, you guys all know me, so you know, because I don't want to get hate mail. The algorithm actually shares the wealth with you. They'll give you about 50% of the fare. You should not have gotten 52.94 on this trip. You got a little bit of his hidden surge because he got ripped so badly.
Right.
And this happens to me all the time. So the key to figure out the hidden surge on these, when the ping comes in and it came, I'm sure, at 52.94.
Right.
You really have to figure out, okay, well, this is way higher than what this is supposed to pay.
Right.
And then you're going to automatically, on the ping, you should know that there is hidden surge in this. And I think I did tell you, you should go to the website and check what the passenger paid. Did you do that?
Right. No. I haven't gotten to it yet.
Okay. Well, if you do that, then see, there's also a lot of conspiracy theories in the driver community, which I want to quash, which is this. People go, oh, the passenger paid 50. I got paid this. We just go, okay, I got that part. I got it. I got all that. However, they also don't believe, because I tell them the same thing. I go to the Uber website, go to look at your weekly statement, and you can see their overall take rate in the weekly statement. They cannot lie about this, but they say, Serge, they do lie about it. I'm like, okay. So if you have this, it's very easy to go to the Uber website and check the specific trip. And then if it's 113.71, you know they're not lying about it. I mean, I don't think they can, because I think they do their numbers with all this. So to me, that conspiracy theory is BS. I don't think
so. What they do, so they put this on the rider.
Yeah. But this is also on your website, on your app.
No. I'm talking about when they overcharge the rider. But
they're on this trip. What they did was 22 miles. They charge him probably like 2.5x. Okay, I don't know what the XL rates are in Florida. Mileage rate.
No mileage time combination is between $1.80 and $2 a mile. That's what I make on average.
I understand, but I'm saying what is the passenger? Because it's easy to do. If you go to your passenger app and click order an XL trip, there will be a question mark right next to the number. Right. You can click on that and it will give you the rate card for the passenger. There's still a rate card for the passenger.
See, that I didn't know, so I'm gonna go check that out.
I didn't know
you can do that. You can all do. We can all do that now. You guys can do that. And so once you see the rate card, then you can extrapolate that to 113 and see what kind of ripping he got with the multiplier on that. And and the algos shared the wealth with you. They should have paid you probably 43 to 45 on this trip.
They wouldn't have done that. There would have been some type of surge in there because it was a big game just let out, and it was raining. It was slammed.
Yeah,
there was going to be
probably 2x, 2.5x, and then you got.
I took the ride. I was dropping somebody off. I took the ride because I saw the 23 and 32, 23 miles, 32 minutes, $52, $53. That's fair to me. I'll take that ride all day long.
Yeah.
The point of this is like, and this was going to be the question that I wanted to ask. This is all I feel all drivers should be concerned with is what they're getting paid. Because you see a lot of drivers, they'll see something like this.
Yeah.
Right? Now this guy was pissed off.
Yeah.
Right? So the 15, 20, and 25% tip, there was no tip.
Yeah.
Because they priced my tip right out the market. That talking about the apps.
Yeah, potentially, yeah.
Yeah. So my point is that drivers shouldn't be concerned with that. I don't think they should be concerned with what the take rate is.
What the take rate is? Yeah, I don't think so either. But then when I say that, people get pissed off. You make what you make. The take rate is not your business. However, Honestly, take rate is really not that high. I encourage all of you to go check your weekly statement.
Somebody hit 911.
No. So I got a tickle in my throat. So when you check your take rate on your weekly statement, you'll be shocked how low it is actually. Look, man, if their take rate was truly 50-60%, the stock would be $300 a share, not 30.
Amen to that. No, so like you, and I've encouraged, and I've shown it. I've done videos with this before. I did a video on what the take rates were based on my rides over a 1 month period with both Uber and Lyft, and it worked out to be roughly 27%.
Yeah,
that was all rides for the month, all numbers, everything done and out. Their end was about 27%.
Does that include your incentives? Did that include your incentives?
I don't get incentives, bro.
No, but I mean, what happens is that a lot of this is what people do. They say, yeah, they took 50%, and then they say they don't figure out the incentives, the quests and all that, just the quest and the boost and whatever not, right? I go, why don't you factor in? He goes, well, it's not a guarantee that I'm going to get it, but you got it. It's in your bank already. The money's in your bank. What do you mean it's not a guarantee? It's in your bank. How much more guarantee do you want?
Exactly. So, but I don't get ride challenges. Lyft used to give me ride challenges about a year ago. It would be 10 rides for $200, and I'd do it in 3 rides.
Okay, can I answer this question with Tony?
Yes,
so, yeah, with UFF, how do I know if my EV is really? You know what, Tony? That's we're looking into that. They may have been bundling that in there with UFF. You know, I'm looking into that, and actually, I'm looking into 2 things. So you guys have noticed there's like a triple asterisk on one of the items when you look at the passenger receipt. It says commercial auto insurance, right, on each trip, right?
Right.
So, and then when they put the commercial auto insurance on like some obscene like 8-minute trip, it'll be like $6 or something. I'm like, how is that possible? That's so high. So then I discovered that the marketplace fee, which is maximum of 10, is included in the commercial insurance. That's how they make it look like their take rate on the service charge, on the bottom line is so low. Mm-hmm. Well, the marketplace fee is in the commercial insurance. So I'm going like, that's a little fishy to me. I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure that out now. So their take rates are being lowered by the marketplace fee being in the commercial insurance part of the passenger receipt. So I know that, but there is no actual rate card. They can't just adjust. Yep, they could. They could adjust your fare down by $1 and then give you the EV credit on the back end, making it look like you got it. I have no doubt they could do that with the algo. I have zero doubt they could do that. FYI, they got rid of the $1 EV credit on Uber Eats. There's no more $1 EV credit on Uber Eats. So.
Oh, they had it on. I didn't even know they had it on Uber Eats.
Oh, they did, yeah. They had it until like a month and a half ago, because my wife does Uber Eats, and then she goes, "Where's my $1?" Mm-hmm. I go, "I don't know."
I remember that.
Call Uber support.
Because I know, that when I first started, I wasn't getting the credit. I had to call them up and tell them to start giving me the credit.
Yeah, well, about Tony.
Fortunately, I didn't have that.
Tony brings up. Yeah, it's a legitimate point. You don't,
bro. With this upfront thing, is everything could be smoothed out, right? They make it look like they're giving it to you, but they're not. Like Boost, for example, is like that now. Okay.
Yep.
They go $2 Boost, but then they lower the fare anyway. Yep. Or Surge, right? They lowered the fare anyway. So it's all bundled in now. It's like all like bundled. And then they go, this is what it's worth. I'm like, no, because the old days, the thing would have been like $8 more. So.
Well, and I've been saying that now for about 4 or 5 months, especially with Lyft. I notice it more with Lyft than Uber. Uber's just been better to me. I mean, they're paying me my rate. They're paying me my standard. As long as they're paying me my standard, bro, I go where the money is. But Lyft, I call it fair. I call it fair replacement. I've been calling it fair replacement forever, bro. It's insane what Lyft has been doing.
No, but it's been like that with Uber too. Look, I looked into that actually. Look, this is not rocket science, okay? It's math for Uber. So I'll give you an example. So if I did a 10-mile half-hour trip in LA, okay, and it had a $10 surge, okay, from let's say Santa Monica to downtown, so Steve knows where that is. So that $10 Uber X, okay, So that 10 miles would have been $6 because it was 60 cents a mile. Then the half hour would have been $6.20 because it's 30 minutes and it was 21 cents a minute. So now we're at $12.20 plus the $10 surge plus, okay? It would have been $22.20 for a half hour to do that trip. Now when that trip comes in, it's coming in at 19, it's coming in at 18, sometimes at 17, sometimes at 21. But it's always less than what it is because the surge is bundled in now, right?
Right.
So there's your cut right then and there, right? They can say whatever they say. I mean, math don't lie. So if you bundle all these things in, surge, boost, whatever, and then the algo is playing, basically the algo is playing with the fare, like high surge, very low fare,
Right.
medium surge, medium fare, and high, like on a $10 surge, I bet you anything that I wouldn't even come close to 60-21, which was my rates. It'll probably like 45 and like 18. Okay. So what we learned from talking to them is that there are 4 really, really major things out of 70 things that the algo is calculating under UFD. Time and distance, still the 2 leading candidates, is top 2. It still is the major player in there. The next one is how busy or how many drivers there are in your vicinity. That's
100%.
And the fourth one is how many drivers there are exactly at the moment you accept the trip at your destination. So each one has a value attached, and then there are like 50 other things that algo looks at in a millisecond. But the top 4, I would say 85% of a UFD trip fare upfront fare is these 4 things. So time and distance still a major factor, but now they have this scapegoat saying that, well, we don't have time and distance. You just bundle it all in and then push it out to this guy and let's see what it does. So but time and distance still important.
No, 100%. And I do believe, I keep saying it, when the crowd goes left, I go right, unless right is just dead broken, then I'll go back with the crowd. Brings me up to the next point. I know, Steven, you did a little video on this. I got the phone calls last night. Just so you guys know, I have not turned on Lyft this week at all. I've been running with Uber. Uber's been good to me. So Lyft has been sending me nothing but absolute bend me over, send me to the hospital, gaped out. Okay. So I'm not messing with Lyft right now. Okay. I'm not messing with, bro. I'm going to tell her like I feel it. You know what I mean? But anyway, was it the Lyft glitch?
It was a Lyft glitch.
Lux Black XL? Or was it a change on the platform?
Oh yeah, they went to miles and minutes last night for like 3 hours.
There were so many people contacting me and talking about how happy they were. I mean, I got some mixed responses. The driven dad.
Oh yeah, you killed your mic.
Dad made a good point, and then Vinny came in after talking about how I want to see upfront details and I want to get paid out.
Yeah, never gonna happen. Never gonna happen.
It was amazing to see the rates that were coming in. Even Brandon over in Chicago. So it was a. I don't think it was a glitch. What I think happened is they purposely did that. Now they say it's a glitch and everything like that, but
it was a glitch. It was a glitch.
It was a glitch, Steven. Sorry. Platforms. And
they didn't change it. They didn't do the glitch.
I don't know if it means that there's something that could be coming down later on, as far as these rates for rides being really good because they've decided to get rid of upfront details
Steven,
the glitch happened and all of a sudden there wasn't upfront details, but we were getting good pay. But it's wild.
Back to UFD.
And it went away just that quick. Less than 24 hours. Omar was texting me like mad last night. Vinny, get your old ass up and get out here. He was down at the Heat game last night. I was up in Fort Lauderdale. And he was sending me Lux Black, no upfront details. Lux Black XLs, no upfront details. And I mean, he was all about it last night.
Yeah.
So we know it was a glitch. Do we know that for a fact, Serge?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was like, my phone usually doesn't blow up, and then it was like 8 p.m. yesterday, LA time, and like it actually Monday when that LA Times article came out, when I turned my phone on, it was like blown up. I was like, holy shit, what's happening? I go, Harry must have fired me. I go, these are all the haters telling me.
Damn it!
All the haters telling me that you got what you deserve. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then and then it was the LA Times article. But last night, same thing happened. Like about 8-ish, my phone blew up. I go like ding, ding, ding. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I go, hey, you know, the miles and minutes are back. UFD is gone. I go, don't hold your breath. Relax. give it a couple of hours.
Do you think they're favoring you, Sergio?
Huh?
Do you think they're favoring you? So when you put out like these articles and stuff, like
there's
what the
no way they're
on?
favoring Sergio.
They're favoring me
Sergio
out of all people.
No way. No way.
Oh, you mean favoring me with good trips and incentives and stuff? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, no. No.
Let's see if we can like shut him up for a little bit.
No, it'll take a lot more than that. So it's not going to
bro.
work.
Listen. Sergio goes in on these people, bro. And you know what? I'm gonna tell it. Sergio. I'm gonna put myself out there. I'm gonna tell it. When I first started talking with Sergio, I kind of prior to when your buddy had that interview with DK. And to me, it was that you talk about throwing softballs at the president. I mean, they were some softball questions. And you know what I said to you, right? I said, bro, I respect you, but and hey, listen, Sergio goes at them, bro. He goes at their throats. He's like, you guys are gonna do right, or I'm gonna bust you wide open to the interwebs. That's the way it is.
Well, so no, but see, this is the thing. Like, okay, you know, I said this to you guys many times, and I'm saying it again. Truly, Harry does not get involved in anything I do. But it's not because I have a contract. It's not because of this. It's not because of that. Look, we have this balanced view, which I think has helped the channel quite a bit, actually, because his reputation is not good in the driver community, and everybody knows that. But
is that Harry?
Yeah, Harry. Yeah. And but you know what? To his credit, he doesn't mess with anything we do, and which is good. On the other hand, I personally also have become more balanced. I really have. You know, like we're doing these great paid forward stories. We're doing all these other things, right? I enjoy doing those as well because, you know, I was like, okay, look, I was like Thorsten, but without too much venom. But I was like,
right.
I was negative, but I was factually negative. Like I would put the facts behind my negativity. I wouldn't just, you know, like Vina Dubal in that article. She has feelings. She has opinions. She goes, yeah, there's algorithmic discrimination. I'm like, well, prove it, Uber goes. And then she goes, no. Now, there is proof, and then there is feelings, you know, assertions, assumptions, all these big things. Yeah, you could think, okay, see, like part of it was like, okay, this has been my belief that if you have a quest, a juicy one, like the DC and Chicago people are getting these days,
right?
Okay, they go, oh, the last 4 hours at 2 a.m. they throttled me. You know, we all know what throttling is, right?
Yeah, yep.
I honestly, I'm going to say something that is controversial, and I don't think they throttle. Here's the thing. What they may do is they may send you all the garbage that everybody's declining. That's a given, okay? They're going to force you to do some shit. They're going to make you earn that money. That quest is the carrot. Not everybody is supposed to get that carrot, okay? Period. If everybody got the quest finished, Uber would be broker than broke, okay? So if they're putting out quest to everybody, maybe 50% should not be getting that quest. And now it feels like Uber is throttling you. Well, here's the deal. I have never, ever felt throttled on a quest. I felt throttled after not declining trips in the middle of Santa Monica and Red Blood Sea, and they'll send me some shit out there. I'm like, okay, that's not throttling. That's not throttling. That's like the other part of the game. Throttling is them not sending you any trips. That's literally throttling is like slowing your internet speed down, right? When everybody logs on at the same time. So my advice has always been, if you get a juicy quest, okay, weekday quest, when does it start? Monday at 4 a.m. You go hard as you can. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at your quest. You leave 5, maybe 5 for the whole day on Thursday. And you don't leave those 5 at like 12 a.m., man. Because it's got 4 hours. Okay. So if you do that and then still can come and tell me that, they're not sending me any trips, even on Monday morning when the quest starts, right? Or the weekend quest starts at Friday at 4 a.m. If you got a juicy 60, 80 trip quest on the weekend, you got to pump in 25 trips a day. Well, you shouldn't be doing 25, 25, 25. You should be doing like 40, 30, and then maybe 10 on Sunday. Take it easy, dick around, cherry pick a little bit, and then have
well,
fun.
that's what Eddie's always said in his book, in his little $5 book. That's part of his strategies. You bang on you got a Monday through Thursday quest. Monday and Tuesday, you bang on them. By the time you get to Wednesday, you only got a few left.
Yeah.
Right? You knock those out. And then Friday and Saturday, you bang on them. And
I'm about to do it this weekend, though. I'm about to do it this weekend. It's going to be the same strategies. I really do not want to do deliveries on the
Did you hear what he did Sunday? Okay. Did you hear Eddie's Sunday?
No.
Eddie, tell him about your Sunday.
So my Sunday was a 498, I believe it was. Started my Friday regular driving. I stayed out. I busted my behind. All right. I did also Saturday. All right. And then Sunday, I just finished the day doing mostly deliveries. I think I finished the day. I only worked like 7 hours.
What'd you have? A big quest?
I made over 300. I was like, you know what? I don't want to go home because I'm just going to go home and sit there and do nothing. So I just kept it going, and I hit both quests, both the first one, which was 60 trips, and I made 180 something, and then another 50 if I did like 10 more or something like that.
Yeah.
And I got them both.
Yeah. I mean, look, man, that's what you do. Because she goes like in the article, she goes and speaks to this guy from Rideshare Drivers. Oh my God. No wonder she should be charging $100. You should be charging $10.
Not to break the conversation there. We get right back to that. But Fun Trader just posted this in the Discord. This is in Dania. This is over by Fort Lauderdale Airport. This is right behind the airport. As you can see, that van's bumper, the water is up there. This car is halfway underwater. And so we'll just leave it at that. So I just wanted to.
Yeah, but then the surge could be like $100. You shouldn't be $10 surge for that.
So yeah, not that Uber knows how much water's on the ground, But I'm going to tell you right now what the surges are around me, where it's bone dry. I got 856, 12, 14. Out where he's at right now, he's surrounded by 11, 12, 10, 12, 13, 12.
Not worth
10
it.
and 18.
Well, yeah, so that's what you get. So she goes, talks to this RDU driver, and RDU driver goes, I was gonna make $100. I had 3 left on my quest, and then it's like 1 a.m, and then I'm not getting chips. I go, see, that's an assumption that they're throttling you. How about this math? There are so many people in your shoes at 1 a.m. trying to get those last 3 trips. At Sunday at 3, Okay, you want to get those 3 trips, bro? Go to LAX because that's busy as shit at that time. Yes, you're going to suffer a little bit, but you're going to do boom, boom, boom. Go back dead mile to LAX, get another one, dead mile to LAX, get another one, and finish your quest if you're really that hard up for that $100, okay? Second thing, there are a million other drivers in your shoes trying to finish the damn quest. Well, there isn't that much demand at 1 a.m. on Sunday.
Not on Sunday.
Hello, think a little bit, people. And then she goes, yeah, I spoke to the driver. They throttled him. I'm like, no, they didn't. It's like, I don't think they throttled. Now, they do other nefarious things, Like I'll be in the middle of the blood Red Sea, and then they'll send you a trip from 8 miles out with no surge. I go like, I don't even know what that is.
Right.
They used to do that quite a bit before upfront fares in LA, right? So we had 5 out of 10. Like if you don't accept 5 out of 10, you will not see upfront fares, upfront destination, right? So I would be like positioned perfectly with my DF on going back home. I was going to finish a quest. Maybe I had like 4 trips to go. I had my time DF on, right? Which I can adjust 20 minutes at a time. 15 minutes at a time on Uber.
Right.
So I'd be in the middle of Santa Monica. It's surging everywhere around me. Blood red, 10 p.m. And I had positioned so well that I was 10 out of 10. So I could decline 5 and still see up front.
Okay.
I have done this. I may even have a video on this. I'll send it to you guys. First trip, Pacific Palisades, 8 miles away, no surge. I go, okay, pass. You know, okay, you guys know how to do the tricks to keep the sticky on.
Right,
So I'm not going to say anything about that. So second one, LAX. Bro, I'm in Santa Monica. Okay. Seriously.
I'm assuming that's a distance away.
That's 7 miles away, 8 miles away.
Okay.
20 minutes away. I'm in the middle of Santa Monica. There is 1 million trips in Santa Monica every second. So I'm thinking my theory is I'm gonna grab a shorty, surge shorty. Then the last one I'll pick some going over the hill towards my house. That's my 4, my quest, all 4 surge trips, good to go.
Right.
That's Surge's plans. Except Uber's plans are not meeting Surge's demands. Bro, okay, one time I'm positioned beautifully. I'm just confident as shit. Finish my smoke. Okay, I'm ready to go. And then they sent me 8 in a row with no surge outside the zone.
Oh, no way, bro.
And on the fifth, which after the 6th, I'm gonna lose all my upfront. I'm not gonna see now where I'm going either. I got out of the car. I'm screaming in the middle of 2nd Street in Santa Monica to Uber. I go, fuck this. And then people are looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And I was like, so those are games they play with. I get that.
Yeah.
But the other shit throttling, and I'm like,
well, it's like we've been talking about here every Wednesday night, man. If the crowd goes left, go right. If you're going to work your darn quests, if you're getting the quests, I mean, listen, there's nothing wrong with working that morning shift.
No.
There's nothing wrong with doing deliveries around lunchtime.
Nope.
And then you come in and you cap off in the afternoon, and your ass is home by 7 o'clock at night, and you've got a full day in, and you're sitting $200, $300, $400 up.
I
and you're
think,
on your route.
Look, man, a lot of the new generation, the non-grinders, all they want is, I want to do pick up point A, drop off point B. I want $40 an hour. I'm like, nobody's going to give you that in this country, man. You got to work, man. You got to get your ass in gear and work, man.
There is no such thing as a 40-hour work week.
No, I'm not saying that, Eddie. I'm just saying that people just don't work and they want money. I'm like, no, you got to work.
No. Yeah.
Look at this guy. Okay, look at this guy in DC. Okay, 70 hours he worked. He killed it. $3,600. He won the chair cover. That's another $90. And I'm going like, there you go. That's it.
Are you counting the chair cover in as part of his earnings?
I mean, is he going to do it again next week?
No, I'm not. But what I'm trying to say is that the guy worked. The guy worked.
Right,
he worked smart. I'm sure he's a good driver. He works.
Well, see, and this is one of the things I like about Ronnie Speed's channel, right? And people can say what they want left and right, but the one thing I like about his channel is, listen, he's out there by y'all. He's in the Bay, I think. He's in the Bay Area, right, Steven?
Yeah, he's like 5.5 hours away from me. From LA.
But he's still out there in Cali. He's still capping 18 to 2,200 a week. He's doing it in a Prius. He's putting in the hours.
Yeah.
And then he goes and he finds people all over the country, right? He has a little interview with them when they hit the 2 racks a week. I mean, there's nothing. The money's there.
I'm telling you, there are LA drivers right now
in the major cities. Let me stipulate in the major cities.
Yes.
Because in Radcliffe, Kentucky, unless Fort Knox, everybody's running in and off Fort Knox. Radcliffe, Kentucky ain't gonna make what we make.
Not gonna make it.
We gotta stipulate that.
Not gonna make that. Look, every city is different. Literally, forget every city. Even parts of city is different.
Yes.
Okay. Every part of the city. Santa Monica has a different rhythm than LA downtown.
Yep.
West Hollywood has a different rhythm than Inglewood. Okay. I'm telling you this. Like, if you really study this, which most drivers don't, but that's their problem. The reason they don't is because they think it's too much work. I'm like, thinking is not too much work. You got to think.
Hey, I don't know. You got to talk to some people.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna be honest about it, that's not such a bad thing for people to be that way, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if they're not willing, if you're not willing to put in the effort to get where you're trying to go, then you're gonna fall off. And the guys or the drivers that are out here putting in the effort, that are doing the studying, that are listening, that are taking the classes, yada yada yada, those guys are gonna thrive. They're gonna make their money. They're gonna do like WeZoom. They're gonna buy that Tesla, pay that sucker off in a year, and then buy another one. Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah,
that's the bottom line
you know,
to it.
I'm I speak facts. Okay, we do surveys. Okay, city like let's say let's pick a top city, LA. Let's pick a top city, San Francisco. Let's pick a top city. Oh, I'm talking California, but go pick Chicago, whatever. When we do these surveys, the bottom 5% of drivers versus the top 5% earners, right? I mean, there are bottom guys, there are top guys. Okay?
Right.
What do you guys think the difference is between the bottom 5% and top 5%, percentage-wise?
As far as what do you mean?
Earnings-wise, like okay,
earnings?
top 5% earn $10 an hour. What is top 5? Sorry, bottom 5% earns $10 an hour. What does top 5% earn in the same city, same hours?
On X, I'm going to say about $40 to $45 an hour.
No, not hour. Like, okay, yeah, okay. You said 40, 45, which okay. How about you, Eddie? What do you think it is?
Yeah, it's the same thing. That's what I was about to say, about 40 an hour.
So $10 versus $40 is 4x, right? 4 times.
Yeah.
Right.
That's exactly what the number is. Now, both are out 40 hours. Both are driving the same damn freaking city. Both are driving the same, not same car. Forget they're both, let's assume they're both driving Priuses. What is the difference between the $10 earner and the $40 earner? Which is happening in the same city at the same time under the same circumstances. It's strategy.
100%.
It's use your noggin a little bit. Okay. Now, forget the bottom 5, top 5. You go with the median. If I was out there earning $25 an hour in LA for 40 hours a week, that's my week. Let's say 40 hours. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you could apply certain simple basic strategies and move yourself from 25 to 28, not much, 10%, just 10%. That $3 an hour on the same 40 hours is 120 a week, 500 a month, and 6,000 a year.
Right.
You did do
100%.
nothing, just improve by 10%, incremental. Nothing. I'm not saying go from 25 to 50, 25 to 28. It makes a lot of difference what you're doing. So don't bitch and moan that it's not doable and this and that. And then, and then the number one complaint is, that guy in DC, he had no life. He has 70 hours in the car. I'm like, okay, so he has 3,500 in the bank that you don't have. I'm like, first of all, what 7 times 24 is what 168. There's 168 hours a week. He only worked 7. He had 98 left. I mean, you could do plenty of shit in 98 hours.
Listen, if you looked at my schedule, my daily schedule, if you looked at Eddie's daily schedule, hell, Steven's daily schedule, right? Because Steven's got a W-2. If you look at Ron's daily schedule, which he was here for a little bit, he's out working now. We're doing, I don't know about y'all, but I'm doing like 12, 13 hours a day between everything.
Yep.
I'm working 12. That's this ain't because I'm beautiful. You know what I mean? It's matter of fact, where my glasses at? That shit look bad. Who took my glasses? Where'd my glasses go? Oh, I lost my glasses. Oh, wait a minute. No, I got glasses. Hold on.
Okay. So hold on. I just saw these private messages. Hold on. What's going on? Driven Dad telling you check your messages. Check my I did check. You didn't send me the full screenshot, Tony.
That was a while back. I think you already covered.
No, I know, but he didn't send me the full screenshot of the quest. Tony, you didn't send me that.
You hear that? Yeah.
I can see the dollar amount on the right side. Yeah.
Eddie, Jay's asking how is Luxembourg?
Yeah, no, I answered, but I don't think it went. I don't know what the hell I did. I don't know.
Look, I got my Lyft glasses.
I'm typing. Oh, you look so very good.
These are my Lyft glasses. Yeah. These are my Lyft haters, bro. My Lyft haters.
Oh Lord.
Oh my God, bro! If you're not having fun doing this, what's the point? At the end of the day, right? What's the point? Life's too short to not have fun.
The only thing, honestly, I'm gonna leave you with this guy. With this guy. Okay, listen. The only thing that has changed from years ago, obviously the rates are bad. Upfront is bad. It's bad. All bad. Everything is bad. Just bad. Turn the car off. Don't go get a W-2, whatever. Okay. All right. So let's say we don't do that. Let's say we're ignorant and we like what we're doing. We want to keep doing rideshare. Okay, the money is there, first of all. However, this is what has changed in my mind, and it has changed with me too, personally. In 2015, 16, 17, I could turn my app on, shits and giggles. I would do $50 an hour, and I'm talking shits and giggles. I'm like, I wouldn't even think strategy. Then I started thinking strategy. I moved up to the top one level at like $60, 65, 70 sometimes. I would work 40 hours. It would be like 2,800 to 3,200 weekly gross, okay? And I knew exactly what to do, when to do. I was like completely on autopilot. I mean,
okay,
I got the trip. I already know 3 steps ahead where I'm going, and where I'm going is what's happening and where to. I knew, I just like autopilot as it can be. Then, of course, they change and you adapt, and they change, and you get tired of adapting, and then you go, screw this. And then you cut down on your hours or whatever. Then this is what has changed. In 16, 17, 18, including 2020 and 2021 during the pandemic, the hours that you could be functioning at max profit, okay, those hours have changed. Now what you have to do is you have to do split shifts if you're just going to do rideshare. There's no doubt about it. Okay.
Yep. Morning and afternoon.
You got to hit the morning rush hour. Do as many search trips as possible, and also try to stack all your incentives. So you have to play that game. Like what is good for this incentive versus what's good for that incentive. So you have to have a plan for that. The thing that has changed is the old days, if I was going to drive 40 hours, all 40 would have been peak irregardless of time. I'd be like, whatever. This week I choose to drive between literally 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. It still be surging because I go like, it's okay, no problem. So I didn't have to oblige to the supply demand patterns whatsoever. Like whenever I turned my app on, I was fine. I was ready to go. I would make the same amount of money. Today, the difference is because of scale and because of whatever you want, oversaturation, some people call it, is that the peak earning hours have been cut down out of 168. If I could work 168 in 2015, I would just kill it and work it. Now, out of 168 weekend hours, that peak earning chance or window is cut down to maybe 40 now, literally, if you look at it. And you have maybe 5-6 hours a day that you can bring that up to 40. If you work those hours, you can still make good money. But if you're going to willy-nilly go out there, I'm like, I'm going to drop the kid off at school and work between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. You ain't going to make money. You're going to make maybe 16, 18 bucks an hour. That's it.
It's not banker's hours. This is definitely not banker's hours.
That's changed. So that also brings in the flexibility and the freedom BS argument that these companies put out there still to get new drivers in. There is no more flexibility and freedom. You have to work those hours to make money.
100%.
I mean, I'm talking real money. I'm not talking, chump change. So that's it.
They dropped the referral bonus too.
Yeah.
At least here in Los Angeles. Ours is down to 200.
Yeah, they got that. I saw that too.
For some reason, mine jumped. Mine went up to $500 for a referral.
Ours was at 800.
Yeah, no, mine was it was 800, then 400. Now it's up to 500. And
we're down
it's funny though, because when I look in the app, right, I got like 20 people that are disqualified, and I hit like 3 people that hit their rides. I talked to them, we got them through, they made their rides, right, and we each got paid off. But I'm telling you, there's like 20 people on there, and I get didn't qualify. What do they say? Disqualified or whatever the hell they say. There's like 20 of them sitting there, and I'm like, I know all 20. Who the hell knows? I don't know. I'm just a referral. We don't get to know. We never know. That's on Lyft. I'm talking Lyft.
Oh,
I'm not talking Uber. Nobody signed. I get all kinds of video hits. Matter of fact, somebody hit me up the other day. They want a new video with that. But I get all the hits on how to use the Uber app, the app tutorial, and then don't nobody sign up. I guess they don't like Uber. You know, but then again, there's so much negative press out there driving for Uber and Lyft too. You know, Uber Eats, DoorDash. I mean, in some respects, it's great that YouTubers put out the right information, you know, but like the gentleman you mentioned earlier, I mean, bro, like you know, not for nothing, dude's got an agenda, right? So and he's driven by what YouTube is paying him and whatever. Anyway, the point is that's why I don't do negative, bro. That's why I don't do negative.
No, but I think I look, but the negative is necessary though, because if some newbie is watching, not watching us or you guys, whatever, he's gonna get sucked in, and you know, and poor guy is gonna wear out his back and his car in 8 months. And so to me, the sooner you get to the newbie, the better. The sooner you get to the newbie, the better. Not because I want them to stay on the platform. I want them to do whatever they do and move on, make the money, and move on to plan B.
Right. Right.
But why have them suffer for 4 months? See, that's what my dilemma is. That as big as we are, we can't reach enough, right? Thousands, hundreds of thousands are signing up every day to do this because hundreds of thousands are dropping off. They burned out. There is burnout here.
Right. Oh
it's
no,
very rare.
Turnover is like 70%, 72% is the turnover.
Yeah, close to 80%. Close to 80%.
Close to 80%. But what I'm saying, Sergio, is I'm not saying not be negative. What I'm saying is show both sides, but certain aspects, that's all it is every fucking day it's negative.
Yeah, no, that part is not that part.
Yeah, I can't handle that.
Yeah, that part is not true. Look, like we put up Kyle's video on the channel like a week and a half ago. Okay,
bro, great interview, bro.
So he's got like 45,000 views, 50,000, whatever it was. Yeah. Like it was like crazy. I didn't expect that. I was maybe those interviews I was expecting they get like a few thousand views, and they're all doing well. Now, the first week, this is the irony in the driver community. Okay, the first week we put up Jeff's, and Jeff blew up. Like he's the guy that accepts 99%. Okay,
right.
100 comments. They all said, "You're a piece of shit. Because of you, Uber is cutting the rates." I'm going like, what does that have to do with that? The guy accepts 99%. That's the way he runs his business. None of your business. Long story short, I'm against it. I keep telling him, I go, you should cherry pick whatever. He goes, no, Sergio, I'm happy with what I'm doing. I'm good. So this is the irony, though. He got completely shitted on. Right. And I'm like, poor Jeff. And then, but he's such a nice man that he went in and left pleasant comments to all the people who are shitting on him. He did.
But that's awesome, though. But that's good.
Yeah.
He's making money.
So next week, we run. Oh, this guy with a plan B worked his ass off 60, 70, 80 hours a week, made $3,000 a week more in LA, bought his second Tesla. He got shitted on. So I'm going like,
see, when you do good, they come down on you.
Yeah. When you do good, they come down on you. When you cherry pick, they come down on you. When you end, they come down on you.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, listen. If everybody out there right now, not right now, wait till after when we're done here. Don't leave yet. We got another at least 20 minutes.
Me?
If you go in, no, everybody. No, I don't know about you, Sergio. I know it's past your bedtime. You know, the nursing home goes down early.
I'm not watching any more videos of yours.
There you go. No more likes.
No soup for you.
He's like, in fact, I'm gonna go on my platform and tell everybody no more likes for me.
No soup for you.
No soup for you.
Oh, that was a good episode.
No, but that's what I mean. If you go into Google or you go into YouTube and just type in the word Uber in the search bar.
Yeah.
Watch how much negative crap comes up first before you get to something decent.
Yeah.
So it's loaded, right? People love the drama. The misery loves company. Like Eddie just said, crabs in a barrel, all of that crap. But the better drivers is what you guys cater to, is what we're trying to cater to, the better drivers. Like Rolando says here, right? Rolando found us about 4 months ago, right? He's down in my area. He says what he likes about us is that we drive and educate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. People that don't drive shouldn't even be in the space, but you can't do nothing about it. So that's my
but that's not the issue. I think my main concern is this churn and burn attitude these companies all have. I'm not talking Uber and Lyft now. I'm talking all gig companies.
Okay.
They depend on this endless supply of fresh blood. I thought that was going to end like 5-6 years ago, which hasn't ended, because if you asked me 5 years ago, I would have said the same thing. I go, they're running out of drivers. Not everybody can drive Uber and Lyft. Okay. Well, sure enough, 12 years later, they're still finding drivers to do this. Okay. So, but that churn and burn, see, before they burn, if you get to a driver, right, you could have not only a viewer, but you could also have somebody who's going to make more money. I mean, that's all of our goal. You know, that incremental improvement, 10%, maybe 15%, and you make a ton more money.
Of course. Now look at Charmander, right? Charmander's been with us for a while, and he basically just said, right? He just said it in the comments. He says he's about done, right? And he doesn't want to play games anymore.
Okay, no worries.
But that's the better drivers. Well, you know what? Let me rephrase this. The better earners for the apps, the earners, they're going away.
Slowly, yeah. But you know what?
They're going away.
How many times have you been in a driver community? Like, you know, when I go to LAX, I go to the pen and talk to them and whatever not, right? It's very rare to run into drivers that have been doing it as long as we have been. Okay? Because we figured it out and we did it. Now, look, this takes a mental, physical, financial beating on you. It's no doubt about it. None whatsoever. If you don't have all your ducks lined up when it comes to your finances, if you're not putting away money every month to buy a new car after 300,000 miles or 3 years or 4 years, whatever it's going to be for you, if you're full-time, if you're not taking care of your health, if you're in the car 12 hours a day, it's going to be bad. Your kidneys are going to stop working, all that good stuff.
Yep.
And the mental part of it is it's a solitary game, man. I mean, yes, you have a passenger in the car, but, you know, they're going to get in, they're going to get out.
Yeah, you can only tell the same Uber story so many times.
Yeah. So to me, you have to have like a balance with this gig work that you're doing, right? It's not for everybody. And to my surprise, these companies keep finding new suckers to get in. And I'm like, okay. So,
are they gonna,
you know, your goal and my goal and every channel's goal should be get to these people as soon as you can. And that's the thing, you know. What do you say? What do you say? So they don't know. I'm saying come all you want. I'm covered in Teflon. It doesn't matter to me. But you know, I thought it was unfair to Jeff that they shitted on him constantly for 500 comments. They said, like, look how short-sighted that is. They said it's your fault because you accept everything. The algo learns from you and sends me the same shit. I'm like, really, bro? Really? I don't think so.
I got crapped on because I didn't buy a Tesla and I bought the XC6. Do you believe it?
Yeah.
Well, the only one I saw banging you.
I love that one right there. Haters fuel the ground.
From Jersey.
You better believe it.
Oh, Driven Dad. Hey, Eddie, there's a new shirt for you right there, buddy. Need to get it up in your store. What Tony the Driven Dad just said.
Well, I had one. I have one, which is, you know, I don't have haters. I only have
no.
subscribers in denial.
That's good right there.
That is really good right there. That's like driving to wealth. That's a really good one right there. Yeah. He might have to get a little 10% off that one. I'm just catching up with comments, y'all. That's all.
All right.
Working the hours. Look, for me, working the hours is a must. Now, Sergio, that the algorithm, is there a certain amount of time that you have the app has to be on for an algorithm to pick up your routine?
Yeah, I think it resets. That's why I don't know. Can we say this here?
You can say whatever you want.
Yeah. No, I'm saying because you guys have Fight Club rules, so I don't know what your rules are.
No. Let it rip.
All right, here we go. So this is what I do. Okay, so I'm doing Uber Eats last weekend, right? Okay, so I want to do all 20 in one day and get it over with. I started at 10 a.m. It's like 6 p.m. now. I'm sitting in front of 25 restaurants, and they're not sending me chips. So okay, all right. I'm like, I get you. Let's see what we can do about this. So I go click airplane mode. While I'm in airplane mode, I'm doing Uber Eats, by the way. So this is nothing to do with, because we don't, by the way, we don't have surge attached to Uber Eats in LA. In some places they do, like Tony says he does. Right. So I go click airplane mode. While I'm in airplane mode, I go to the settings of my phone. I force close the Uber app. Well, before I force close it, though, I go to the cache, clear all my cache. Okay. And then I turn the app back on. So now Algo is looking at me like, look at Serge. He just showed up fresh, man. I swear to God. First,
I hope every single 40 something people in here got that.
Got that good. So if you're doing Uber Eats, do this, please. So by the time I toggled off my airplane mode off, because Uber app says, "Oh, where did you go?" I go, "F you! I went to hell and came back. You piece of shit! You haven't sent me an order in 45 minutes here at dinner time." So I toggle off, literally, like I don't even think that the button was halfway left. And then Uber goes, "Oh, you're here." Boom. 3.2 mile, $27.60 order.
God
from
bless.
the restaurant that I'm sitting right in front of. So I'm like, they had already loaded that thing in there. So you have to do this. Yes, there is. Yes, algo takes a while to get your tendencies, without a question. I know rideshare, I think, is quite different than Uber Eats. Okay, but you know, once in a while to wipe that memory off and and start over is a good thing.
So I agree with you. I think the algorithm absolutely learns what you'll do and where you'll do it and when you'll do it. And here's an example of that. So you guys all know Driven by O. He's on the show every now with us. My buddy Richie and we work 3 different parts of town. We're all same platforms. But Richie, he'll go up north like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. He likes to get those airport runs in the morning. So lately, Uber's been sending him reserved rides in the area he normally works at that time of the morning.
You bet you.
He's been getting them like 2-3 times a day.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But they all start where he drives to. Now, he deadheads a little bit to get to that area, but, you know, his is the end game. It's the big ride to the airport, and, you know, it's worth it. Omar, who usually works overnight, okay, he's an overnighter guy. He's been getting requests for 2 a.m. scheduled rides, 3 a.m. scheduled rides on Uber. Yeah. And me, I've been getting the scheduled rides between 2 p.m. and 11 p.m. out in my area, out here, West Sunrise. So it definitely learns your habits, and it knows where you normally are. And that's how the reserved rides have been coming in for us.
Well, look, it's no surprise that, like, when I drive, I want to end up in Santa Monica after a couple, 3 trips, okay? Like, I'll be sitting in my home at 25 miles away, and then about in 2 hours, they would put a reserve trip from Santa Monica to LAX for me. I'm like, bro, I'm in Granada Hills. Why are you showing that to me? But they know that once I turn my app on, I'm going to work that day. I want to end up in Santa Monica anyway. So they know. I mean, look, I don't care what the algorithm does. I think a lot of people pay too much attention to something that we don't all understand, including myself.
Right.
I think, look, we don't know what's in there. They're not going to tell us what's in there exactly. Honestly, if like on this other box here, Vinny, if there was a coder from Uber and they told us exactly what the algorithm was about, we still wouldn't understand.
No, I don't think they understand, bro. I think they got one team that does one thing, ideas. One team does another. Yeah,
they have ideas. They have ideas. But to me, none of this is, you know, look, this is a simple game, man. We don't need this complexity, complex structure. Pick up point A, drop off point B, human or food or package or whatever it is. This doesn't have to be complicated. Keep it simple, stupid. Okay? And then, but have a strategy, please. You know, the 3 Ps, please. Patience, position, planning. You got to apply these things. If you don't do these things, then don't hate me because I make more money than you. Because, I mean, to me, it's like haters will hate. I'm not worried about it. So,
no. At the end of the day, bro, listen, you know where you make your money at. If you keep a record of where you make your money at, when your best times are, it's as simple as a note in your phone. Well, you know what? Today, between 5:30 a.m. and 8:30 a.m., if I was in this area, this is where I got my money. And so you lock that in, and then you know what? You go back to the well, and you keep going back to the well until the well dries up.
Well, that's the thing, right? All of us are survived the good times, the bad times, the tough times, whatever. Number one, you know, maybe we're a little more stubborn than most people, okay? You know, we still think it's doable. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. That's not the issue. The issue is the reason that we survived and we're still making decent money driving or delivering is because, you know, don't give anybody any credit about, oh, we figured the algorithm out. You know, there are people out there that go, like, I figured this thing out. I'm like, yeah, I haven't figured shit.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
What you have figured is that, though, a rhythm. You have figured, you're not a coder, so you haven't figured any of that part, but we have figured a rhythm. We have figured, like you guys doing the green line, red line. Okay. So what's the most important thing when you're doing day trading, swing trading? What is the most important thing? Follow the what?
Follow trend.
Follow the trend.
There you go. So there is a trend in this rideshare business. There's a trend in food delivery. There's a trend. So you get that trend as a human. You just, if you're thinking about it, if you're not thinking about it, then whatever, then you deserve what you get. But I know after doing deliveries for 2 months, the first 2 months I had no clue. But then after 2 months, my game got really sharp because I taught myself that if I'm here on a Thursday between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m., the sushi restaurant puts out. The other thing I did, which most people won't do, every time I went into a restaurant the first 2 months, I found the manager and talked to the manager. Which day are you presented first on the past Uber customer app with, let's say, 49-cent delivery for your store for that day? Meaning,
interested.
I did that with every restaurant. I went in, I'm picking up something. I go, because they don't put, Uber doesn't put you up front unless you're paying 30%. Okay.
Right.
As a restaurant. So and not every restaurant every day is willing to pay 30% for either free delivery or whatever not. Right. So I would look at I would look at my Uber Eats app on the customer side and see which restaurants I have 49-cent delivery for that day. And I know those restaurants are going to be busy. So I will go in front of that group of restaurants called my power strips. And then sure enough, I would get a lot better orders that day because they're offering incentives to the customer to order from those restaurants. So what's so difficult about this? Like, to me, it was an easy thing to do.
I did.
If you do this, you're going to make more money. Right? Same applies 100%. To rideshare. Same applies to rideshare.
100%. Listen, they're more correlated than people think, or they're more coupled than people think. Just one is food, one is rides. But the strategies are always the same.
Yeah.
The strategies don't change.
No.
The time of day you work might change a little bit, but the strategies don't change. It's all the same stuff. Hendry Waranada, I don't know if I was just getting pranked there or not. I'll let Steven answer that question for you in the comments. He's more adept to that question.
I want to start rideshare full time. That was new fresh blood.
That's what he said. Yep, he says he wants to start rideshare full time. Wants to know which car is good between the Tesla Model 3 or the Toyota Prius XLE all-wheel drive electric.
Is that the new Prius? Is that the new Prius, the 2023?
No new Prius, bro. So before you do this, if you're asking the pros, you should say, I drive in this city first. Let's see. And then we'll get.
It depends which city you drive in.
Yeah.
All right.
The new Prius is beautiful.
I know if in the LA area.
It's a sexy little car, bro. That's a sexy little car, that new Prius.
I don't get it.
I think they're going to sell the crap out of that thing.
Oh, I think they will.
Yeah. You learn where the money is, and
because we have
attitude right there. You know what? I know this guy from our chat, App Writers. He's like,
he's been in. He's been in there all night.
He's been in here all night. That's not Donnie? Is it Donnie? No, it's not Donnie. I hope it's not.
He's been throwing up a lot of. He's been throwing up a lot of good little tidbits. I've been posting them up. I try to get through all these comments.
He's a
I don't want anybody to think. Oh, hey, brother, I appreciate you.
We're appreciating you, Charmander.
Ooh, Chicago.
Ooh, he needs to talk to.
I hear you,
Brandon.
bro.
He needs to talk
to
Brandon.
All right, I hear you, bro.
Brandon. Maybe he can rent his car. Let him rent rent out his Porsche.
By the way,
their market is extremely busy though, so I would probably veer. One reason why I wouldn't get the Tesla is that if you plan on working extended hours, the benefit that you're going to get with your Prius is you can just go and fuel up quick. Now, if you're going to get the EV model, comparing those two, I would always go with the Tesla.
Yeah.
Oh,
You just gotta get
Chicago,
used to it.
Chicago is hot, bro. Come on.
Yeah,
Chicago.
Chicago's market is super busy, and the Prius, you will be able to take advantage of those Lux rides, especially if you're hitting airport pings. I would highly recommend you go into our Discord. There's contact the Chicago Lux driver. Check and see if his contact information is on his YouTube channel. But if you go into our Discord, he's in there active every day, and he's very active in Chicago. He'll tell you, a bunch of information about that market. But you can be extremely successful in rideshare there.
Yeah, good. Chicago is a good market, and I don't know. I haven't seen anybody earning more than that in Chicago. We have actually the interviews coming out next week, I think. 175K gross between 1099K and 1099 NEC on UberX.
That's insanity, isn't it? I figured out right after the road until you make 300. If you go, what? This is your guy. Okay.
Hey, my guy. My guy. I figured it out. Right? Ride, you mean RID or RIGHT?
No, he made like 12 rights and a left and got arrested for solicitation.
Okay.
Any car you can get approved and pay cash under $5,000 is not worth to pay $800 car payment, and insurance cash cars are best.
I agree.
Yeah, I would not debate that. I would not, but I noticed a comment a lot earlier in the evening, and the comment was, even though we do rideshare, for people, sometimes they want to be comfortable in the car they're driving too.
Yeah.
Well, we all know your car is going to kind of represent your personality a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's just something to. I'll throw that out there too.
Well, depending if you're going to drive full time, yeah, you better be in a comfortable car.
Hey. App Rider said, Uber loves listening to your channel. I've already done 10 rides in the short period of time by listening to your channel.
Okay.
He probably did the whole reset thing.
Let me tell you something. My wife, while she is at work, she sits, or she doesn't sit, but she puts her little earbud in while she's at work and will listen to our entire podcast. Wow. She does it every week. And then she comes home and yells at me and says the same shit every week. Y'all having too much damn fun on that podcast. You could be out working, but now you're sitting there in your underwear on a damn podcast, having too much fun.
Oh, that's Donnie, bro, right there. That's Donnie right there. I'm in Biloxi, Mississippi. Do you know Donnie, or are you Donnie? Yeah, you must be Donnie. Donnie, when I interview you, better be coherent, Donnie, when I'm interviewing you next week. I'm hoping that's Donnie.
We got an interview. We got a superstar in the chat tonight, y'all. You think Uber will ever charge drivers a monthly?
Hey, you know what? I'm not going to give any part of this, Donnie. Don't worry. We're going to save it for ourselves first, and then.
Hey, Charmander makes a really good point.
What was that before I asked this question?
He says, I'm really sick. It's like the fourth or so comment. Says, I'm just sick of all the bells and whistles. I just want to work and get paid. It's a game to Uber.
Yes.
And I agree 100%. I'm tired of all the
okay, Charmander, then here's my suggestion. Move to Seattle. I'm seriously not kidding you.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. I'm really not joking. If you can, move. Okay? So maybe like 5 hours ago, they passed this as well on top of everything else they have in Seattle. Okay, there you go. I was like, oh, come on, man. Maybe I'll move to Seattle now. Here you go. This was, I don't know, Washington State, Seattle, but all Washington State. Uber Lyft drivers getting paid family medical leave benefits now, fully covered by Uber.
What?
Right here.
Wow.
On top of $1.50 a mile, 65 cents a minute. On top, this is UberX and Lyft. On top of paid sick leave. On top of, you guys ready for this one? No unjust deactivations.
Oh, I was just going to ask that.
Oh, whatever you want. 80% of employment rights with staying independent contractors.
It's
my God,
Washington
independent.
I remember watching that when you interviewed that guy from Seattle, and I don't know, maybe it was just I could have been in a bad mood that night. I don't know.
You were, because you know why? Because he opened with I am part of a union. That's why.
Well, yeah, but Sergio, remember, I'm 21 years retired union.
I know, but he's not.
I don't have an issue with unions. Right? He's not union. Right, but he wasn't. When I don't want to get into it. I don't.
No, but Vinny, he's not in a union. It's not a union.
I know he's not
per se.
I know it's not.
You know Stephanie V. Hill, the House rep from Colorado that I interviewed. She's part of a union, but it's not your traditional union paying.
Well, and I understand that. No. And I get that. But I know. But let me tell you what happened, Sergio. I know you and me about the same age, and we come from a little bit of a different background.
Yes.
But let me tell you what happens when you're an autonomous, either independent contractor or autonomous type union, non-union. Okay. Eventually, big bank eats little bank.
Yes.
Eventually, big bank eats little bank. So while little bank right now is swimming in the pond, right, and big bank is over here in the ocean, eventually that some bitch is gonna jump out and come get them.
Yes and no. The reason I'm saying yes, look, I don't think that's a good analogy. First of all, the unions right now are trying to unionize everybody in this country under the PRO Act and all this bullshit that's going on. Okay. I am not a union guy either. I don't like unions. However, and by the way, I don't have to like it or not like it. That's my personal opinion. If you look at the trend of union membership, it's like been declining for the last 30 years.
Yeah.
I follow these things. But look, my opinion is not that. My opinion is this. See, to get these things, and they've had it for a year and a half now, and the big fish didn't eat the little fish yet. What happened is that they got together as drivers. They got it together. They got to the ear of the legislatures, and legislatures said, "Yeah, I think these people have a point." And then they said, "Hey, you assholes, get over here." And then both Uber and Lyft went, and then they sat down across each other. They go, "We want $2 a mile." Uber goes, "No, we can't do that. Maybe $1.50." They go, "Okay." So they negotiated, and they have this beautiful arrangement. It's been going on for a year. I think it's
awesome now.
And now they added this on top of everything else they have. So I'm going like, okay, if it's doable there, and Seattle's not a small city, it's close to 1 million people. Why can't we do this with the cost of living situation?
Right.
So Stephanie's bill is doing the unjust deactivations and total transparency. I think it's a pretty cool idea that
I like what they're doing in Colorado.
When the passenger sees what you're making, as well as you see what the passenger is paying. Now, I don't, as you said, I kind of believe that what you're getting paid is your business and that's it. You shouldn't care about what. How about this though? In Colorado, when the passenger orders and Uber says $50, right, for 10 miles, so that passenger thinks you're swimming in cash.
Right.
And I go like that. You remember that trip that you showed me? You didn't get tipped on. Yeah, that's exactly that.
That's
now the passenger's going to go, "Oh shit, it's $113. What? My driver's only getting 52? Fuck Uber." So excuse my language, right? So that 100% transparency and no deactivation with unjust deactivation, I think those are good starts, right? Yeah. So Seattle has all of it and more.
Well, in Seattle.
Why is my son calling me? Hold on one second. Sorry.
Anyway.
Oh, he's got the button on top of his mic too.
Yeah, he's probably got a little fancy mic like you, bro, that lights up every time you
changes colors.
Let me take you to the candy shop. Because I know you'll make it drop.
But yeah, see, and that's what I thought about the whole entire time.
There was a question up here that I had up for a while. We're waiting on it. Here it is. Do you ever think Uber will charge drivers a monthly fee like eBay or Amazon to milk them? I would not put it past them.
They pretty much already do.
There's a company out there already doing it, remember?
Empower, right? Isn't that the name of the company? Empower? Something like that, where they charge you a monthly subscription fee. I would not put it past anybody, especially with the way their stock price is it's in the tank, bro. Like they can't catch a break right now. And
basically have an unofficial one with that. It's supposed to give you discounts when you do orders and you get do rides. Is it Uber One or whatever they call it? I mean, it's
Uber One does that.
They just don't force it on them yet. See, but I think this is the thing. I'm anti-subscription. I don't know if you
is this the one you guys talking about? Empower?
Yeah, I haven't looked at it, but I think that's the one where you can, if it's in your market, you pay them like $100 or $200 a month, whatever it is, and you get to keep 100% of your fares, whatever rides they feed.
Wow. Yeah, so
it's called driveinpower.com.
Yeah,
I usually tend to stay away from subscriptions because, for example, like Microsoft Office. If I go and I buy Microsoft Office 2019, let's say it was, and they're getting rid of these and forcing you to pay a monthly subscription and pay into something that you already paid for the software for. They're also getting to the point where most of the stuff you don't own it. So they're conditioning people to accept non-ownership of what games are a prime example of this. If you own games now, most of it is stored online now. So you got this stuff stored online, and the companies won't. So let's say you don't have an internet connection, you can't play it. Like, let's say you have a one-player game, you can't play it unless it's connected to the internet. They're taking away the ownership aspect. I can't take a game and go hand it to somebody else and let them play it because everything is connected to the internet. Right? It's gonna be like, you're not the original owner. Blah 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 blah. So yeah.
And let me add to that. There's a reason why. Your new desktop models don't come with a CD drive, because they don't want you to have the access to it to where I can hand it to, where I can take 3 weeks to ship it to Steven. You know, they don't want that. They want exactly what they want. They want to keep you going. Yeah, I mean, the Microsoft Office costs $7 a month. You know,
they can do up. Yeah, and then they can do updates to stuff and make you lose access to stuff that you had access to originally out of nowhere.
Sergio, you wasn't here for the question, but the question was, do you ever think Uber and or Lyft will ever start charging the drivers a monthly subscription fee like eBay or Amazon or Empower, which is the other rideshare company that's starting to gain a little thing?
No, it's too big of a scale. It's not going to work that way.
Gotcha. So I don't think they will either. I don't put it past them. I just don't see it right now. All right.
No, but then you know, look, the reason that model doesn't work is because of the attrition rate, because of the transitory group of drivers, right? If a driver is only on the app for 8 months, 7 months, 6 months, 2 months, whatever, right? It doesn't work with that model, because what happens is that this way is the best way for them. They're in a two-sided market, okay? They're trying to charge as much as they can and pay as little as they can.
Right.
In a subscription model, well, like RIDs, like I know somebody may said something about RIDs, like RIDs, like everybody's asking me these last couple of weeks about RIDs and all this stuff, right? Okay, it's rides or RIDs, whatever it's called. It's not in California, but I studied it. There are subscription models out there like Empowers and things like that. They promise the world that they say to the driver, yeah, you're going to make 100% of the fare. You just give me a little bit, right? At Uber scale, to be a public company, you need numbers. You can't put numbers together with just like with just subscriptions. Now, you can do that in the high-tech world, like Steve is saying, because there's billions of people using your software, and then they depend on you. They don't, on the driver base, this is not something that they depend on. They do a part-time here a little bit, part-time here a little bit there. That subscription model is not going to work. They have the best of both worlds right now. They can charge as much as they can and pay as little as they can. So to me,
and most aren't educated enough to.
And if you look at all these other companies that came around, one was an MLM scheme, which, you know, it was called Trip, right? And that came and went. Now, Empower is a legit company, but show me drivers that are making more money than Uber drivers are. Look, man, I can start an app just like that called Sergio's app. I can get all the drivers because drivers community is so unhappy. How do I get the customer, man? It costs a lot of money. So if I'm a driver on the Rids app and I'm paying $100 a month for a subscription, Rides app, and first I have to make that $100. Okay, it's easy to do. You probably do a couple of trips or whatever, not. But if you think you know you're going to be as busy as Uber, Lyft, or whatever, not, you're not going to be. You're not going to make that kind of gross a week. You're not, because scale is not there. The customers are not there, right? You have a ready-made customer base with Uber and Lyft and DoorDash and Grubhub and all these companies. And it costs these companies a shit ton of money to acquire these customers. It's not easy.
Right.
Okay.
No, there's a cost acquisition to to customer base, 100%.
And there's a cost to acquisition for drivers as well. On like Uber and Lyft numbers are to acquire a new driver is about $1,000.
To onboard them and get them on.
To onboard them, get them going with the bonuses and with the first 2 months of honeymoon period, higher quests, and whatever, right? We all know the game. So it's not going to happen, right? So with Rids, the rides, they go, or Empower, they go, you can keep everything you want. Yeah, but we have no customers for you. I'm like, okay. Now, it could be a good model to go find your own customers, create a small business on the side. And the other problem with these companies, I don't know about rides, but Empower does not give you commercial insurance. You have to buy your own insurance. So on period 3, on both apps, you have commercial insurance. You like it or not, you have it.
Right. And people don't realize, man, like with
that's expensive, bro. That's expensive.
The whole friends and families, the risk that's involved with friends and families. And then when you go, you go ahead and develop it into a business. I mean, I know what it is down here. You almost $11,000 a year in commercial insurance, man.
Yeah, Steven knows what is that here in LA. What is it? 8-10 grand a year? Some ridiculous number.
For you're talking about insurance?
Commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like $800 a month or some stupid number.
Yeah, so it's like So I think it's like
didn't Brendan do it?
You're paying. No, he hasn't done it yet. He qualifies
that was
now.
His quote.
Oh, he got a quote. I didn't see his quote.
Oh, no. I thought he got a quote and it was about that much. It was about like 800.
I don't know. I didn't see his quote. So to start it, from what I understand, is like 1,000 to 1,500, and then after you start it, you're paying. So this is the way Kushnad explained it. It turns out it's a debt for the amount. It's not that you're paying out like a monthly to it. You're paying a debt that you owe for the 6 months. They're front loading you it, and so you're paying like an additional 6 to 800 every month.
Wow.
So the thing comes up of whether you're a newer business owner or an older business owner with the insurance, because you're basically starting out with brand new insurance, saying that you're a brand new driver when you get commercial insurance.
Yeah. So I want to actually, the Tony had asked the question, how fast will Uber and Lyft deactivate me if I put passenger videos? I am not sure if Colorado is a 2-party consent state or a single-party consent state, so I'm not sure. You have to check into that first. But there are a lot of channels that black out the passenger faces and make a ton of money. So
here's the other part.
I don't think Uber and Lyft will care as long as you follow the rules, to be honest with you, and the passenger, of course.
It used to be there, like Rideshare Gigolo Geo. He got banged out because he was videoing and live streaming without the passenger.
Live stream you cannot do. You can video and put them on YouTube, but live stream you cannot do.
Right. As long as you have permission, and I think as long as you keep it in a positive light. Yeah. Well, no, because there's plenty of videos with passengers, the unruly ones, the bad ones. When like they're punching a driver or they get.
But they're not live streaming. They're not live streaming.
No, that's what I mean. They're not live streaming. You can't live stream passengers.
Yeah. You just single? Can't. Okay, if it's single, then I don't see a problem. Just black out their faces. Uber has nothing to say. So
I've done 4 or 5 videos with passengers in the car.
Yeah.
And some I blocked out, but I always get them on video to say, "Hey, do you mind if I put you on YouTube?" And like, no, let's go. They actually get excited about it. So
yeah. Are you single consent state as well? Single party?
You know what? I've had this conversation with several people. I think we're single consent.
Okay.
But there's no reasonable. Wait a minute.
We're 2-party consent state.
There's no reasonable.
We're California, bro.
Yeah, but there's no reasonable expectation of privacy in an Uber.
Yes, in public there is no reasonable privacy expectation. That's
exactly.
True. But your car, I don't think is public though.
I guess it depends on the state.
Yeah, it is. I guess. Well, here it is. It is. As long as we ain't making any funky videos, we'll be all right. Y'all know what I mean by funky. I ain't gonna say it. I've been trying to be nice because last week's video got demonetized, so I was trying to be cool this week.
So inside your vehicle is considered private in over in Florida?
What was Tony's company that he rents from?
So that's what I was going to bring up.
Okay.
But real quick before we get to that, Forza, do you think we could ever see a rideshare company based on peer-to-peer with crypto like the Bitcoin network? I
Yes.
think, well, that's a
I don't
whole
think
other
so.
ball game coming up.
It will happen,
So-
but I don't think it will happen in time to put these companies out. Look, I have
I don't.
a belief that these two companies are going to look very different shortly.
Yes.
I mean, I know some things that I cannot say, so I'm just going to leave it.
Right.
I'd
right,
rather be
so-
able to put up those. Yeah, man. You know, like I'm telling you, this is a good point here. Every trip that you guys do,
Peer-to-peer is
please go
probably
look at the
good.
receipt. The receipt is crazy on commercial insurance. I'm serious. Like if you do 100 trips on Uber a week, okay, I minimum fare trips are like $3 to $4 commercial insurance. I go like, really, for 8 minutes? I don't think so. So the long ones max out at 10 because the marketplace fee isn't there. So if I'm doing 100 trips on average, I'm paying $5-6 per trip on commercial. Like you can do this. You can go look at your 100 trips for the week or whatever trips you did. Add all the commercial insurance that Uber says in the passenger receipt. It's coming to like $500-600 a week, let alone $500-600 a month. So there is some funky stuff going on here. I'm not sure that commercial insurance that they put in there as a cost, right, on the customer. The customer is paying for it anyway. It's coming out of the fare. I don't think that's a good number.
Maybe they increased their rates because of how many
they did, but I still don't think, Steven, I don't think still it's going to be like $600-800 a week.
Yeah, I mean, you got a point. I'm wondering, is it because of the scale that they charge them so much? Because there's a higher expectation of accidents.
You would think it would be less. You would think it will be less because it's like a huge. The more
the more cars you have, you would think,
I think they're squeezing marketplace fee in there, and they're just not saying it because if I look at my old receipts from a year ago, when I could immediately see the receipt, it will be a service fee and it will be a marketplace fee, which were separate. And marketplace fee is not touched by the driver. Marketplace fee is only for Uber, and they used to charge separately. Now they're bundling it because if you look at the asterisk explanation on the bottom, they're bundling it into commercial insurance. So if it says like half-hour trip and $7 commercial insurance, it could be $3 commercial insurance, $4 marketplace fee. And I'm like, I don't think you guys should be doing that. I think you should just break that down because I'm not touching marketplace fee. So I think there's some shenanigans going on there. I'm trying to figure it out.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
All right. So anyway, we're pushing 11:23 here on the East Coast.
Okay.
We're going to wrap this one up. I still can't believe we go over. I mean, we Zoom's got it right. We're like it's every week. It's every week, bro. I think we're going to go like 10:30, 11, and we go a little longer. So I appreciate the Rideshare Garage appreciates everybody who pops in, pops out, and hangs with us. Sergio, I'm going to give you the first tip for drivers.
I already said the tip, but I'm going to plug one thing in if I may.
Yeah.
I gave so many tips today. Like, you guys should be like doing it.
Airplane mode,
airplane mode, settings, force stop, clear cache, turn it back on. The trip is going to be there.
Okay.
So next week is our 1-year anniversary on Show Me the Money.
Is it really?
Yes.
Wow. You guys been having a year.
Year has flown by. So here's the deal.
Nice. Congratulations.
We're all going to have drinks. We're not going to talk rideshare. We're not going to book business. We'll have our contributors show up 5 minutes here and there. Harry may show up. I'm going to personally have my favorite single malt with a couple of cubes of ice in it. We're just going to talk and reflect on the past year.
I'll be right there.
Now, Harry opened up the purse strings for this one. He is giving away. We're going to give away five $50 Amazon gift cards. Ooh. And we're going to pick it from the live stream. So whoever we pick it with, and I don't know how Chris is going to do it. He goes like, there's like a lottery thing.
There's an app that will pull all the people
I'm out. I'm out. I'm a Dolphin fan. He's a Buffalo fan. So I know I'm out. I'm not even.
All right. But we're also going to give some RSG swag. We're going to give up a couple other things, surprises. So, please show up and let's have a good time. And yeah,
all right.
it's our year anniversary, and I made it a year. Can you believe it?
Yeah. You're an OG now. You're an OG
When is it going to be
now.
our? When is it going to be our year?
Huh?
When is it gonna? I don't know. Like in 6 months.
When's it gonna be? What?
In like
your
8
year?
months?
Your year? I don't know. When
Yeah,
did
You gotta
like
look
6
back
months.
at the lives. Look back at the lives.
Yeah.
And scroll all the way down.
Yeah. I ain't giving shit away though, except Eddie's $5 ebook. Everybody, if you don't have the
You
ebook,
know what?
I'll give away a bunch of $5 ebooks.
scan the code. Scan the
Even
code
that.
up in the corner.
You can quote me. Everybody in chat can quote me. I'll be
Yours,
happy
Tony.
to give-
Yours. I still think it's yours. I have to check back. Yeah, you may have. I think it's yours. And yours and Lisa's, I think. There were a
It's that
couple that
beard,
came
bro.
close or past you. I'm not sure. I have to check on it.
It's because of
But
that
I
beard,
think-
bro. Oh, and
I
by the
think-
way, if you guys don't know,
Yeah.
Tony and Lisa are expecting again. So big congratulations out to Tony
I
and
knew
Lisa.
it. I knew it, but I didn't say anything. So now that you
Big
said it,
congratulations. What do you mean again, bro? That's what happens when you put the kids to bed early. These things
no,
happen.
that's what happens when you don't watch enough TV. I don't know.
Well, Sergio, I'm the oldest of 9. I got 6 sisters and 2 brothers.
Oh, yeah, but at that time there was no cable.
There was no cable.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
I
good
only got
old
2 brothers, and they always
Big-ass
tell us
Italian
the same
family,
thing.
bro.
Only 3 boys?
Yeah, no, we got it all, bro.
Look, I may say, Tony, okay, when we did the female town hall on Show Me the Money, Lisa was already pregnant. So there you go.
What? Wow.
Wow. Big shout out to them.
And so 6, Tony. This is Baker's dozen. Half 6. It's like, I think Baker's dozen is 13.
Cut it off.
13.
Well, let's not get
Do
the
it.
Baker's dozen,
13.
Tony.
Cut it off. Cut it off, bro. Cut it off.
got
I'm
it.
telling you,
Keep
cut it
going.
off. Cut it
Let's not
off.
go
Oh,
there.
he's got too many. Got too many.
on,
Got
man.
too many. All right, Steven, I need a tip from you, bro. Let's send them home. I need a tip.
Be willing to do your research. I mean, Sergio said it best. He actually went to a bunch of different locations to find out who was giving incentives to the people that were going to be ordering. It's a simple thing to do, but if you're not willing to do the legwork, you're not going to be able to benefit from it and make extra money. So that's do the legwork.
Do the legwork. Do the legwork. Eddie.
Yes.
I don't want to hear the yellow line over the orange line.
Good day. Okay, so you guys gotta watch my video for that. I'm gonna put it out next week. So this is how I'm able to make my $400 in about 6 hours. 5-6 hours. How I make $400 by just doing mostly deliveries, which I'm gonna be doing on Sunday, which has to do with the Quest. Which I do have that strategy in a video that I have. So 3-day strategy: Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, and Sunday pays out pretty good. I only work a couple of hours, and then I go home.
All right. Real quick, I'm going to do some housekeeping real quick, and then I'm going to give my final tip. Listen, upper left-hand corner, if you haven't already scanned, Eddie's $5 ebook shows you how he's made in excess of $100,000 a year the last 2 years, driving X in Austin, Texas. So that's one of them. I got to give Kiara her shout out. If you're into Uber Eats, DoorDash, things of that nature, here's her ebook. It is a full, comprehensive book on how this young lady makes her money. And I'm telling you, the same strategies in that book, you can apply right over to Rideshare too. For Tony and his people, which I'm not pissed off, but I'm a little miffed. I would have loved to have got the Tesla rental through them. It's the same money, but I would have had access to Lyft. Anyway, test drive. If you scan that, if it's in your market, you can go for it. If not, listen, they'll put you on a waiting list. All right. My tip is simply this. If you don't come and see the Rideshare Garage every Wednesday night, you're missing out. Yeah. You're missing out. You're getting 5, 6, 7 drivers from all over the country where, we chop it up. We have a good time. It's not all by the numbers. We try to answer as many questions. We get our special guests that come. Well, you know what? Sergio's not a guest anymore. He's a member of the Rideshare Garage. I can't help what his boys on the West Coast think, but he's
wait. J777 says Sergio is going to give all the Rideshare subs $100 each. Yeah. You know what? I'll run it by. I'm
gonna be there.
Come on, man. I'll run it by Harry. Let me see how fast he has a heart attack on that one. So
it was this comment. It was this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah,
I
sure.
was just,
As long
I
as
was
you're
just
stubborn,
confirming.
Hey, you guys saw it's on the internet. It's got to be true.
It's got to be
It's
true.
on the internet. It's got to be
It's on
true.
the interweb. Yep, it's true. If it's on the interweb, it's true. Yeah.
Anyway, bottom line is, don't be afraid to pivot. Make sure you're in your downtime. If you're sitting there waiting on a ride, you're not sure what's going on, man. Listen, hit YouTube University, grab you a book, start learning other skills, man. Don't get locked into this rideshare stuff, because I'll always say it, on a flip of a dime, your ass could be out, and there's not a whole lot you can do if you're not in the right area or know the right people. So that's it. I got next week. I am going to have Red on. Red will be joining us next week from Gig Wars Official. I was going to try to get her on tonight, but we couldn't connect up. So I'm going to make sure I hook up with her next week. We're going to bring her on. They got a hell of a thing going over there at Gig Wars Official. If you haven't seen it, okay. They've got like 10, 20. They got like, last week. We didn't do the new channel.
We didn't do a new channel this week.
We'll get to next week. But what Red and them are doing over there, bro, is they've got an app, and that's basically a scoreboard. And all these drivers are competing against each other in different markets, doing different things to see who earns the most money every week.
That's Gary's app, bro. That's Gary's app.
I know Gary's a moderator, but I don't know Gary.
No,
I know Red.
Gary Middleton. Actually, you know what? He's gonna be on the following week on our show. He's gonna, I love that app. So he's gonna talk about all that. So please come back. There you go.
All right. Yep. Well, Red, you better show up next week, boo.
Yeah, Red, show up the week after on our channel.
Oh yeah.
And I want to bring her down, and we're gonna go through it because I think it's pretty cool. Listen, sometimes rideshare gets boring, bro. Sometimes it gets boring. Sometimes you need some motivation. And
okay, here's my tip. Okay, you said tip. I gave tips, but here's my tip. What do you guys think I do after Show Me the Money on Tuesdays, knowing it's a completely dead day? Well, what do you think I do? How do you think I relax? I don't go play golf. I don't go do other bullshit. Well, you know what do? I get in the car and I do deliveries.
No way.
I swear to God.
After the show, you were out doing deliveries?
Yeah.
Wow.
Every 3 out of 4 weeks, I'm out there because that's when I go calm, cool. Nobody's talking shit.
Right.
Nobody's doing any of that. And then, I'll just look at it. I go, oh, that's a good one. It's not about money. It's just go sit there quiet, listen to some music, have a smoke, talk to some people. And it was like, it relaxes me, man. So this is therapeutic. So people enjoy what you're doing, because attitude is everything, man. Attitude is everything. If your attitude sucks in life, it's gonna suck in everything you do.
Amen to that.
So in another word, Sergio, what you're trying to say is that even if this green line over the yellow line thing works, I'm gonna end up.
We're gonna put an end to that. Look, I honestly don't have the time, but we're gonna definitely put an end to that.
He's like, I don't have the time, but I'm gonna make the time.
I'm gonna make sure we're gonna put an end to that. Like,
on that note, no, hell no, we're getting out of here. That's how you mic drop. That's how you mic drop when somebody says,
I'm like,
bro, I'm gonna end that shit. He said, I'm gonna end that shit, Eddie.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, put up the face I got on my Lyft haters. Y'all ready? Let's get out of here.